All right, we are live. All right, when it comes to relocating to another country such as Colombia, a lot of individuals think that they know, but they actually don't know. Well, we got a panel of individuals here that have either lived here, born here, are looking to relocate here, or have relocated here to give you information on how not to make mistakes that we've seen other individuals make. My name is Andre of Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders, and we appreciate you individuals coming on live stream. We got a couple of people here already. We got 5. Make sure you click that like button. Why? Because clicking that like button invites other individuals to the live stream. So you don't want to be selfish. So we just want to make sure that you go ahead, click the like button. It impacts the algorithm for this video. This is a very important video. We got a few people in here already. We got Felicia already in the building. The queen always supporting. Felicia be on tour, man. She be in everybody's live stream showing love. Felicia always showing love. So she's very appreciated. We got Eric in the building representing. All right. We got Splash Guy also. We got a lot of people that are starting to show up. We got 11 people already, as you guys can see. And you can pull it up on your phones. Just make sure that you guys pull your phones up on mute, so it doesn't, so you can't hear it. So it's on mute. Let me know if I freeze any guys, because I'm trying to make sure that we have a great stream tonight. We got Terry in the building. We're going to get started in about 10 minutes, but we always like to give shout outs to those guys, ladies that are showing up early. We appreciate you. And like we said, this topic tonight with this panel tonight, this all-star panel, are gentlemen that know even way more about Colombia than even I know, and I live here. And that's why I brought these men on board, because right now there is a false narrative about Colombia that's being presented on social media. All these gentlemen are YouTubers. They're going to be presenting and sharing their channel before it's all said and done. But we have questions that we're going to be answering for you guys, so you will know the truth about what it's like to be in Colombia right now, because we know a lot of you guys are adamant about coming back. So we're going to tell about our areas. I know a lot of you guys are adamant about relocating or living here in Colombia. So we want to make sure that you get the proper information and not that false information that a lot of YouTubers are presenting. Carlton and I were just talking, and we were just mentioning about the fact that it was just only a couple of us that were YouTubers for quite a while. Nobody was here. You had Carlton Travel. You had Love Crossing Borders. You had Ace. You had Marwa. And that was basic. You know, had maybe a few others, but that maybe Richard's world. But Richard went everywhere, not just Colombia. But that was basically it. It was maybe 4 of us. And then and for years, that's the crazy part, for about 1 to 2 years. And then others start coming on board, but they start presenting only one side of Colombia. And that was the party side, the fun side, the active side, the pay for play side. That's not the only side of Colombia that individuals should know when it comes here, because of what happened with Brother Timothy Reed, God rest his soul, a couple weeks ago, the death of that gentleman in Barranquilla. We have decided to come together as YouTubers and discuss some of the things that a person should do when it comes to visiting Colombia right now and visiting Colombia in the future if you're thinking about relocating. So we're going to continue on for a few. We got 14 people in here so far, and we want to get started. Last week we had like almost 60 people in the live stream. We appreciate that. We got my man. Happy birthday to Jay. Jason's in the building. All right. All right, Ed. Oh yeah, you guys can speak up.
What's up?
All right, yeah, introduce yourselves, guys. Let's start with Jason, the birthday man.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Yeah, my name is Jason. I'm on Instagram and YouTube at Paisa Gringo. First went to Colombia in the year 2003. I've been over 25 to 30 times, mainly to the city of Medellin, Colombia. Happy to be there.
That's a lot.
Tell us about you, Camilo.
Okay, my name is Camilo Sancle. I'm from Cali, Colombia. So I know a lot of this city. I know a lot of this country as I travel around this country. I could tell you a lot of how to live here, what you're supposed to do, what you don't supposed to do. My advice for living here, and if you want a business here, or if you want to just retire yourself here, and that's it. Let's continue with another person.
All right.
You were born in Colombia.
Yeah, I'm from Colombia. I have known English since I was 2 years old. To learn English here in Colombia is really expensive. So I appreciate. I would like people to understand that I'm not that good at English, but I will try my best. Even though I'm really thankful with my dad, because it's really expensive to know English here in Colombia. So for me, it's something plus for my work.
Okay, nice meeting you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, we got Carlton in the building, the one and only.
What's up, Andre? Carlton's Travel Adventures in Medellin. I've been coming to Medellin, God, for about 6-7 years total, but I lived here for over 3 years. So like it here. I haven't really, when I sold my property and sold everything in the States, sold my house, sold my car, sold everything I got, and moved out. I haven't been back. I've been back once, and that's it. And I live here now permanently, man. I love it over here.
How did it feel when you went back that one time?
I didn't feel like I belonged there anymore. It's kind of strange, It's this, I wanted to come back. I just don't, I get people give me a hard time about it. Even on the live stream, I get about average 70 people, 75 plus on live stream. People give me a hard time sometimes. I got some comments just recently about the fact that, why do you want to leave America? America is the greatest thing on earth. It's a place to live on. So they give me a hard time about leaving the U.S. and talking about the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, tonight's drink is martini. We were celebrating Jason's birthday. Okay, Feliz Años. We were happy for Jason's birthday.
Yeah.
In the immortal words of Kanye West, I wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Jokes on you, I'm still alive. So I'm happy for you, brother. I'm happy for you. A great man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate great things. You've been an example to me and other men when it comes to the realness of relocating to Colombia. When I see you, you're always a balanced man. You know how to balance having fun with business when you come here to Colombia, and a lot of guys don't know how to do that. So I appreciate the fact that you're an example to many of us on how to balance Colombia when it comes to having fun, because sometimes we forget to do that, balance ourselves. So here to you, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it. My pleasure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How long about you, Andre? How long you been here, man? Tell us about you.
I've been here off and on, going on. Well, my first trip was about 5 years ago, and I've been here off and on I've been living here for 3 years, for these años, and that will make Domain proud. Me studying, that's my tutor. Let's go right here. Get Domain shout out. If you want to see a channel that's going to help you out with your Spanish, definitely you want Let's Learn Spanish. That's my tutor right there who's helping me out.
D's here. I didn't know D was here. All right, I can't see
D's in the building.
What's up, my man?
We got Marshawn in the building too. So yeah, we appreciate that. Appreciate
you, Marshawn.
But yeah, I've been coming here for. Actually, this is what happened, man. I had a coworker that was Colombian, right? Fine. Ooh, she was fine. But we was cool because she would take me to all the Colombian spots, and I would meet all the Colombian chicas, right, in Tampa, because there's a huge Colombian population in Tampa, Florida. Whether you guys realize that,
yeah.
And so she would take me to all the Colombian clubs, the concerts. I saw Karol G in concert when she just started. Like she was like just starting her first little free concerts in the States, and then to see how she's blown up. Like 2 years later, she just took off. So it was great that I was able to see her when she first got started. But so she kept my coworker kept telling me, you need to go there. You need to go there. And what kind of attracted me to her was her teeth were just amazing. I was like, damn. And so at the end of the day, I was already following Russell with oh man, I'm having a brain cramp, with Tailor Made Dreams. Shout out to TaylorMade. And so I followed his original channel. So I'd already planned on relocating. I'd already been traveling to other countries anyway. And so Russell had this dude on there named This Is Ace Live. And I was like, who is this young dude? And Ace wasn't even at he hadn't even cracked 1,000 subscribers. He wasn't even at 200 yet.
Remember that?
Right. And so I hit Ace up in the comment section. I said, man, I'm thinking about coming down there, man. Can we link up and hang out? So just point me around if you don't have time. Just point me to some spots. But he was excited. He was, like I said, he was only at 200 subscribers at that time period. So he was cool with anybody coming down. And so came down, we hit it off like brothers and traveling back and forth and then going to different parts of Colombia. I hit the mall, Chippy Chape, which so happens to be down the street from here. And that's where I met Andrea at the mall and found out, at the mall, I was ready to pull out my Google Translate. And just like Camilo, she had already known English because she picked it up in college. High school. She picked it up in high school. And so that's how our journey, began here in Colombia. But I'm like Carlton. I sometimes you try to fake like you miss the States. Yeah. But you don't miss. You might miss a few people here and there. You might have a nostalgic moment, but you really don't miss the United States. I can't lie. I love the United States. That's my, that's where all my sports are, and that's where all my family, and I love the United States, but I can't lie and say that I miss the United States. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But let's get started with the questions, because I know we got 24 people in here. 24 people, make sure you click that like button, guys. We appreciate you guys. First question that we have, cologne of the day is, Kevin Sammy ain't the only one that got cologne of the day. Cologne of the day is Sauvage. Listen, when I say cologne of the day, when you get ready to travel, one thing about Colombian women, they complain about this. A lot of travelers stink. Yeah. Yes, a lot of you guys are funky. You stink. Don't think your deodorant is working. It's not. And they want you to bring some cologne. So if you want to bring some cologne, that's why I always have a cologne of the week, because I got a huge cologne collection. But Sauvage is like one of the #1 panty dropper. If you try not to pay for play, go ahead, throw that on. She gonna pay you to play. So remember, Sauvage, brothers, get that Sauvage in your arsenal, because I'm tired of Colombian women talking about how bad American men or foreign men smell. Am I lying, Camilo? Tell me, am I lying?
You're not lying.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's true,
what do they say, Camilo?
That actually, like, people from the US, they don't take that much care of their way of looking,
grooming. Yeah.
No. So here we're like, I don't know, we're really clean. So we judge a lot about that from the people are from other countries. But it's true. You gotta get a little bit of cologne. It's cool.
I did a video on that recently, man. Last month.
Did you? Get him, Carl.
I did a video on that.
That's true. Have you heard that, Jason?
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah, definitely personal appearance, grooming. Always Colombian women that I speak to, they say they love a man to smell good, and they bring the teeth in as well. I hear that. Which made me go and get some work done down here.
That's why I got my work done, man. I was like, because when you're around people that really take care of their teeth, I like what one dude said. He said, I was walking down the street, he said, and I saw a homeless guy flossing his teeth. He said, this man was homeless, but he was still taking care of his teeth. He said, that's how important teeth is in South America.
But here in Colombia, people are all the time smiling. So
yeah, that's true.
It's really important, like, to show that you're clean. So the first thing, like, if you get money, the first thing you do to yourself are the teeth. That's it.
That's true. That's true. Especially since it's not expensive. Especially for us Americans, it's not expensive. Get your teeth done. I got a partner here tomorrow. We're shooting over to the dentist tomorrow morning because he already has appointments with the dentist that he's going back for his next appointment. And so, so many dudes. Yeah, there's so many guys that come down to Colombia just for get their teeth done. A lot of entertainers, a lot of famous people come down. Go ahead.
Kanye West came to make.
Yeah, Kanye came to Cali. You're right.
Really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
I remember that. Yeah, that was like a year and a half ago.
I know a lot of people do that. And even though they got diamonds inside the teeth and all that things, because here it's cheap.
Yeah.
They make the balance. Even though if you pay the ticket of airport, it's even cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper. It's cheaper with the flight, the hotel. You will pay hotel, flight, food, and your tea. It's come out cheaper than what you did in the States.
100%, absolutely.
Way cheaper. So if you want to come down to Colombia to get your teeth done, you can actually do that. Let's get started with the first question, guys, because like I mentioned before, the topic for tonight centers around relocating or visiting Colombia. We're going to talk about what's going on in our areas right now. We're going to start with Jason, and then we're going to go to Carlton, and then we're going to go to Carlos. Camilo. That's next. I know, right? I got so many C's in my mind. Carlton, Camilo. okay.
It's tough to say in English. I think so. Camilo is not like similar to.
No, see, Camilo's cool because Andrea's brother's name Camilo, so it's easy for me to say.
Oh, okay.
So, we got 29 people in the live stream. Make sure you guys click that like button. I like you. Go ahead and like us too. All right, guys. First question is in regards to tell us about the current conditions there in Medellin. Now, we all know that each state of Colombia is different, so things are different. But the number one spot that people visit other than Cartagena is Medellin. So let us know, Jason, how things are since you just came in just recently. How are things for you currently in Medellin?
All right, yeah, let me start off by saying, right, so I'm currently in New York. I was in Medellin the whole month of January. And
cool.
I came back to New York for 2 days, and then I had someone who's like on my Colombian family pass, so I had to go. I literally was in New York for 3 days and went right back down to Medellin, and then I was there for 2 weeks in February. Ended up catching COVID and pretty much stayed till the end of February because I had to wait till I got cleared to fly. At that time, the main concern was COVID, right? January, February, it was COVID. Cases were surging. ICU beds were at a minimum, right? The whole platform was being stretched to its limits. So we had the nightly restrictions and things like that.
Right.
The curfews, I think that they were like 10 p.m. I spent half of that time in Sabaneta, the other half in Laureles. So they had the certain curfews in certain sectors and things like that. So you just had to move accordingly. Éxito, things like that, they were doing the Pico y Cédula again. So that means depending on the last number of your document, you could be allowed to enter certain supermarkets and banking, financial institutions, things like that. And they usually have private security. The metro in Medellin has actual police, and they would like check your, ID to make sure you could get into the system and things like that. So I have, since the paros and since the protests and everything that started, I've been here. Like you guys have mentioned, Flora, thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Terry Roberts, happy birthday to you tomorrow. My plan was to spend my 40th birthday this week in Medellin. I know how to move with the COVID, just taking the precautions, but you factor in the protests and a lot of things that I'm seeing on news, not even mainstream news here in the US, in New York. Just I follow like Minuto 30, Prensa Paisa, like some like local news on the ground in Antioquia, specifically Antioquia. But Andrea's group, I'm getting a lot of news out of Cali from them, so I appreciate you guys for that. I talked to some people too. You got to have a team that's interested in your own well-being as well. We don't know everything. Like I said, I was in the military. I grew up in New York in a predominantly Colombian neighborhood. And in the summers in New York, we're free from school 3 months, June to September. My friends used to go to Colombia for the summer to be with their families, and I was never allowed to go. My parents would not take that responsibility, and their families would not accept that responsibility. They told me that me as an American in Colombia, it might not be safe. This is in 2000 and I don't know, 1999, 2000, 2003. I went to the Marine Corps. So my first year in Colombia was in 2003. I went to Iraq. I came back. I told my best friend, I've been in the most dangerous country in the world. It's called Iraq. They tried to kill me every day. Let's go to Colombia. If your aunt says we could stay at her house in Itagüí, which is a municipality in Medellin, then I'll pay for your ticket as well as mine. And of course, the aunt said, yes, come. So that's, long story short, first time was in 2003. I've never seen mountains, the weather, the people so friendly, the food, the music, just the culture. I was just like, and that's when I fell in love. And now some people ask, how? Like, I've showed people my sports. I got the stamps, the sajils. I got like 35 times. I think the last time I actually counted the coming in and the leaving. So I plan on living there. I plan on retiring there. I plan on buying property there, which is why I opened my bank account. But that's just a quick background on me and Medellin. I've also been to Cartagena, San Andres Island like 7 times, but I'm focused really on Medellin. So Carlton will give a better picture of what's happening right now, boots on the ground. But that's what I saw my last 2 times there, which were January and February.
Okay, Carlton, segue to you.
Well, it's not as bad as Cali, obviously. Everybody knows about Cali, all the stuff on TV, and but not as bad. But we have some issues here. I was actually caught in the protests when it first started, first couple of days. I did a video, when I was actually caught in the protest with, fires in the street. I was caught in an overpass, 100 cops coming towards us, people running towards us. I caught up in it by accident. So I just did a video and said, I'm already in it. Let's do the video,
Right.
So it was kind of scary because we're breaking all kind of windows and stuff like that, and a lot of kids coming towards us, and you wonder, they're going to target you. Say they keep your mouth shut, don't talk like you're American. Just pretend you're blend in, So that was kind of spooky that one time I did a video on it. But after that, man, I went to Mexico because I was here for about the first 2 days. My boys said we're in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, Cancun, Tulum. Come on over, and I said, they said when? And they said tomorrow. Let's come. Wait a minute now. Tomorrow come. I mean, I'm still thinking, I can't just leave right away. I'm thinking, why can't I leave right away? I mean, I'm retired. What am I worried about? So I got on the plane within 10 hours. I was on the plane heading to Mexico, man. So I got out of there. I got all the videos in Mexico about how bad things were here, and I came back on last Saturday, and it's kind of calmed down quite a bit. A bit. I have a bicycle. I go downtown all the time. Went down to El Centro yesterday. And everything is back to normal. It's real calm, So right now it's been pretty good. It didn't get hit as bad as some places in Bogota or Cali. Not even close to that.
All right. Speaking of Cali, we got Camilo gonna tell us about his side of Cali before I tell about our side of Cali. What side of the city are you on, Camilo? Southwest, east?
Oh shit! I don't know. I think it's west. I got confusion with it.
Well, I know you're not east. I know that much.
Oh, it says west? I don't know. Okay. So
I think you're west.
I live in a place that is like, let's start like Colombia and Cali. Let's talk about Cali. Cali has 5 or 6 states that I live in 5 states. No, how I could say status 5.
My
status is 5.
Oh, you're 5? Oh yeah, you are west.
Yeah. So next to me,
good.
So next to me, I got 2 and 1. There's a neighborhood called
1.
Silobe, but it's huge. It's huge. Silobe is huge, and it's 1 or 2. And I got another neighborhood that is like 2 and 3. So at the middle of a war. So every night, I all the time listen to people shooting guns. The people screaming, everything is like chaos. So you don't feel safe yourself. So you say all the time you're home. But obviously you gotta go out for food and obviously go out for working. But like me, in these 2 weekends that we have protests, I haven't go to work because it's unsafe for me. So even though I have tried, I have a car, so I ride to the work. In the middle of the road, I get stopped and they tell we're in protest. go back to your home, and they'll get into trouble. So it has been tough.
Yeah.
What else I could say? Today I went out. I finally had a haircut like 1 hour ago.
Yeah, you weren't looking like that yesterday.
Even though I was able to go to my work, but it's getting calm everything now. But it's still without protest, because when I was coming back from Chippy Chape, I had a protest in front of me, and they told me go back, and I was like, my home is in the middle of the war, so I'm supposed to get to it. So I gotta go into a different neighborhood and go inside. Like, I don't know even though how I get to my home, but I was able. So things are tough here. I know. I am with the protest, but I'm not with vandalism.
Right, the destruction. Right, that's right. The rioting, the looting.
Yeah. So in this moment, Colombia, everybody, like in the protest, everybody's going out to protest, and they got like a first line and fighting with the police from here.
Right.
But in another way, we're having like solutions. People like politics and people that are from the protest are sitting down in a desk and talking about the problem. So we're getting into a solved thing here.
Right.
So that's what we want, that everything's right, and so economy goes up again and everything's been normal like Colombia has been every time.
Right, absolutely correct. Great, thanks for your answers, guys. Now, as for where we are, we're in Stratus 5. We're in Zone 5, and it's quiet as church mouse over here. We haven't had any rioting, any looting, but we live where it's mainly older people. So older people, they feel like they use their ballot for what we got the main in the. Who do you have in here? Somebody just came in.
Damn. Okay. I thought I tried to invite the people.
I can't hear you.
Got frozen.
I was trying to invite people into listen in to the video, and I sent them the live stream by accident. Yeah, I'm trying to invite them into to listen in, but I said
to listen.
To listen in. I do that. I'm giving the live stream thing by mistake. So how do I get them to listen in?
All you need to do is just go to Love Crossing Borders TV and share that link of the channel. Love Crossing Borders TV.
I shared the live stream link.
Oh, I see what happened. Okay, cool, no problem. But at the end of the day, where it is over here is just older people, so they use their power of finance, to finance things that nonprofit programs, hospitals, things like that, feeding the hungry. For example, we know that because there's a lot of people out of work, Andrea and I have decided to once again start donating food to the communities. We donated boxes and boxes and boxes of food. So we were at the grocery store the other day. We were looking like, okay, they got 35 boxes. Let's go ahead and buy our 35 boxes of food and let's give them away. Right. So we realized that in our area is older people with older money, but how we impact the protest is by way of our vote. A lot of them are the mothers of the politicians and the fathers of the politicians, so they have influence that way. So they don't necessarily have to have the picket sign, but they still make phone calls to the politicians to have an impact. And they show up for the meetings because, you want older people there too. So, but over here, the reason for me saying all that is over here it's been really peaceful, really calm. But here's the kicker. Here's the problem. No matter how chaotic the last 2 weeks were, and you're right, things are starting to slow back down, be more calm. We saw protests while we were going to the mall today, which is on the south side, and they were just marching peacefully, very peacefully. We also realized that we also found out that the curfew changed to 12 o'clock. So now individuals are able to hang out in Cali till 12 o'clock, between 12 a.m. to 5 a.m., but nothing is open and everything is blocked. So if you try to go to Manga to go to Club Living, it's blocked because not the military only. You got the gang leaders of that neighborhood is blocking and making you pay a toll to come down the street. Am I lying, Camilo?
I want to show you something that I just had today on my Instagram.
Right.
So I was going to my home, and this is what happened. I was in my car, and the protest was in the middle of my road trip to my home. So
Right.
I had to change the way what I was going. And even though some places they're like trying to charge you, if they see if you are scared and all this, they charge you for going through the protest. But we're not that dumb, so we just go into a fight and like just let me go. I will go continue with your protest, and that's it. Even though you were talking about like the food that you were getting for the people that need it.
Right.
So in this protest, there are people that also have money, and as when you're in this war, you get some smoke, like grenade smokes.
Uh-huh.
It makes your eyes get red.
Eyes burn, yeah.
So people were donating milk, food for these people that were fighting because they obviously want to change here in Colombia. And
Right.
all this problem that we have in this moment is because people that both last year or some years ago were afraid that Colombia become like socialism, I think it's called.
Right, socialism.
So, but obviously Colombia is always going to be a capitalism because there's a lot of people here with power and we got a lot of investors here. Yeah, my channel is Camilo Sancle to Let's Learn NSTV.
Yeah, that's Camilo's YouTube channel. His actual name is his YouTube channel. So we got 42 people here. That means that he should have at least 42 new subscribers in the next hour. There should be no reason why these men do not have new subscribers. And I'll tell you why. Keep your thoughts, Camilo. I don't want you to forget that because that's important what you're saying. The reason why you want to subscribe to individuals such as Camilo, you want to Jason, Carlton, because one thing that these men don't do, they do not fake or fluff or pretend or give you a fake image of Colombia. They don't just show women of the night and partying. That's a part of Colombia, yes, but that's not the main everyday part of Colombia. And most of these YouTubers, and I'm going to say this, most YouTubers that you see that show YouTube in Colombia are liars. I'll invite them on our channel any day of the week, and name one, and if you know that they're liars, I'll bring them on this channel, and I'll go back and forth with them. I'll go face to face and tell them that you're a liar, because they're only telling one small part of Colombia. Every woman here is not pay for play. Everybody here does not party all day. Everybody here is not impoverished, broke, homeless. Everybody here is not half Venezuelan. They're lying to you. So I brought on men, and we also have women that come on the channel. We're going to bring the ladies on too that can tell you the truth. That's why you want to subscribe to Camilo's channel, because if you go to Cartagena, you see his videos, you're going to see the truth about Cartagena. If you see Jason's videos or Carlton's, you're going to hear the truth about Medellin. If you see Love Crossing Borders, no matter what borders we're crossing, you know Andre and Andre is not going to lie to you and give you that pretend version that's going to get you to come to Colombia, and you're going to make a mistake and you might get hurt like the one gentleman did. Because I bet you he had watched some YouTubers and thought that after his own little trips and then following what those YouTubers were saying, he ended up saying, well, if they did it, I can do it.
Right.
But you can't do it like that. So go ahead, Camilo. Thank you, brother.
Okay, so I was talking. So everybody has been in this protest. Like, I lost the road. Like, we try to give food to these people, but actually in this moment, we don't want more war. I talk for some people up here from Colombia, from Cali, because economy here in Cali they closed the city. They closed it. So we had a problem. We don't got gasoline. Sometimes we don't got food. So when you go to the store, you could have the money, but you cannot have the sources. Like when they were last week on the war, we lost all the milk. All the milk. It just came like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So it was something really hard for us. So this thing of the protest, if we finish this, for me it will be awesome. Because here in Cali, I talk about my city. I was raised here. I was born here. I'm from Colombia. Like people here from Colombia always travel, like Cartagena, San Andres, Bogota, Medellin. Like here in Cali, we got near Buenaventura. We got a lot of nature, and that's about my channel. I like always to show that. I just went like 2 months ago to the desert, even though we have a desert here. So I love this country. I love it. I started my YouTube channel only because of that. Because I wanted to show to other persons how is Colombia, the real Colombia. We're not drugs. We're not whores. We're not only party, all that shit. No, we're something different. Our culture is different. Our gastronomy is something really different. It's like people here. If you get to see the Colombians, we're not the shabby. We got health bodies.
Right, that's right.
We're all the time thinking about our health. We're thinking about like taking care of the nature, taking care of our community. So we are, Andre, how you say cálidos? That we are really, I don't know, like we're really happy.
Sensitive, emotional, happy.
Yeah. Like when people come here, like if you are from any country, we always treat you the best way we could, because we know we want that you take the best view of our country as like we're the administrators in the moment you came inside. So
correct. One thing that I know about we're getting some feedback. One of you guys may want to turn down your whatever you got going on in the background. We get a little feedback. Thanks, guys. We got 36 people in here. We had up to 40 people. Make sure you click that like button so you can invite other people into the live stream. We appreciate that. One thing about that I love about Colombia is that these people do care about hygiene. They do care about their image. They do care about how people see them around the world. Americans, we only care about how people see our brand. As far as if we're selling something or if we got an album out or if we got a movie out, that's all we think about when it comes to the rest of the world. Colombia really cares about how people see them. They understand what happened in the 90s created a stigma that's going to take hundreds of years to disappear. They understand that. So they are very sensitive to making sure that they're friendly, making sure that they're approachable, making sure that they help you, and at the end of the day, Colombians are people that really, really care about how the rest of the world sees them. So it's sad to see this. You have the protesters that didn't do any damage. I'll repeat, the protesters are not the ones that did the damage that you saw on television. The protesters are not the ones that are fighting the police. The protesters are not the one fighting the military. It's the thieves and the looters who destroyed the buildings, the rioters who are out there in the middle of the night. The protesters are in bed, getting ready for the next day. The rioters are out there in the street, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, fighting with the police. The looters are breaking into the stores and breaking into the banks and breaking into car dealerships. We as Americans, we know that there's a difference between protesters, looters, and rioters. And so we want you guys to realize when you see that on television, it is not the protesters that are doing all the bad things. It's the looters and the rioters that are destroying everything, that the protesters are going to end up having to pay for by way of their taxes because of what the looters did, or prices going up in food because of what the looters did.
You know, I have a couple of Colombian friends, and they really didn't want me to show any of this stuff on TV. But I said, look, this stuff is being shown by Colombians anyway. So, you know, I'm not putting it out there on my own. It's being shown anyway. And another other factor where people are saying, go ahead, I want you to show it. I want the world to see what's happening, what we're going through. You know, so it's a little confusing because some of them will say, I want the world, I want America to see what we're going through. Let them show us what we're going through.
Last week, we made try to all the people get to see it because we need a SOS of the ONU.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to show it to everyone. Like every Colombian person put a post of the flag in the other side of the flag. So
sideways. Sideways with the SOS.
Yes. So we wanted to see people get to see this. Obviously, we don't want to see that we're getting into a protest and this and that, but actually, we wanted to show that politics here, they got 40 salariums minimum for paid for, like, I don't know how many governments we have. There are a lot. So they steal a lot of money from here. And you get to compare with other people from other countries, Argentina, Chile, Mexico, different cities, countries around us, and it's not that way. So that's why we wanted the people to get to see that.
Yeah, right.
For help from other countries and people from the U.S. I know, because I got people inside of the politics business. They told me that ONU already have been here, so we got help from other parts because sometimes we cannot do nothing.
Right. You get noticed because obviously the president was on TV a couple of days ago, and then also got interviewed, and then we had a congressman who talked about it also. So again, it's getting out there.
They want to put our taxes up.
Yeah.
Pay for we gotta pay someone. I don't know how to say deuda. So we got, like, if Colombia is a company, in this moment we'll be broke. So they want to raise our taxes so they could pay the minimum, and actually they're gonna obviously take that money and steal it again. So we don't want more of that. That's why we protest.
Right. It's kind of fun that. Go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say I look into it, right? You know, some people may say, okay, I'm American or from New York. I don't have a dog in this fight, but I feel like I do, right? Because like Carlton, I and like you are, Andre, I want to move there. I want to retire there. I want to sunset there. I work for Moody's Analytics. They do credit ratings on countries, on businesses, things like that. When they say the United States has an A+ credit rating with China, that's because we borrow so much money from them and we pay them back.
Right.
Things like that. And some of the news reports I was seeing was like maybe Colombia had enough money to run the government for like 6-7 weeks, you know, and that was it. So now that they wanted to raise the taxes, so because they got to pay somebody that they owe.
Right. We can bring up pandemic, COVID.
Right. Like I mean,
it's crazy.
You could talk to a person in I don't know, like 3rd grade, or I think in Colombia that's like what pre-metal, like class A, right? It's like, okay, nobody's working, but let's raise the taxes on the middle class, the main people, the backbone that but nobody's working. So how are you gonna raise the taxes on gasoline and this and that? It's just but like Andre was saying it too, I've seen videos of people drumming and just dancing and really just protesting, saying, listen, we want a better country for the next generation. And it's sometimes in the Instagrams I see in our YouTube, I see in the comments, there's older people saying, ja, basta, no mas. Like, these are people, we're trying to go to work and you're blocking the rules. But then there's other younger people that are saying, well, if you guys didn't stop, we would be in a better place. So we can't stop now. We have to keep going. So I like Camilo saying, like, and Carlos was saying, kind of like right in the middle, there's some people that are saying, stop, it's enough. And those are usually older people. They're saying, listen, people trying to go to work and you guys are blocking the highway. But the younger people saying, if you guys would have kept protesting way back when, maybe the country would be better today.
True.
So they're saying we're not going to stop until something changes. So, like I said, I have a dog in this fight because I want to retire there. But as a non-Colombian, I respectfully keep a little distance about what I say and input.
That's how I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. Be careful. Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very delicate.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I am. It's
because we
especially
live here. You know, we live here, so be careful what you say.
that's true.
When you come to here to Colombia and you invest because you're buying a home or you're trying to make yourself a retirement. So what I think, you become Colombia. Why? Because you just make your money get inside into our economy. So you got to deal with our economy. So you become Colombian. It's like, I could be from Mexico, but I lived 21 years here. So I become a Colombian. I know a lot of people, YouTubers, that they have ordered to become Colombian persons. And they take like 1 or 2 years involvement for getting the papers and all this.
Right.
And they become Colombian. And they got like one home or this and that. And actually, like, people that invest here in Colombia, they know that Colombia is like the best place where you could live for retirement. Because here the economy, everything is cheap. You get to party like you don't party in another place.
Right.
Expensive. Food here is dope. It's dope.
Yeah.
It's something you will not get in another place. People are humble. They are nice persons. They're calm, and actually, a lot of people try to think that Colombia is dangerous, but isn't that way. If you get to the spots that are the right spots where you should be, so you're not gonna get that type of the country. Obviously, we got poor people that need to go out and do things for getting money and all these things. So when you come inside to the country, you start becoming Colombians. That's what I wanna like tell you, because it's where you live. It's not like, okay, I live in this spot and I cannot give my opinion of what is happening inside here. Because if a bomb came to Colombia, it's gonna kill me. So I'm a part of it.
The one thing that I do notice about Colombians, and I agree with you in regards to that, Camilo, but I do know this about Colombians, and just like most people in the country, in the world, believe in classism. And I've seen Colombians on Instagram attack other Colombians who have something to say because they make more money or in a different class. So I've seen YouTubers that live in Panza, and if you guys if you want to look up somewhere that's beautiful, Pance, Cali, Colombia, Pance. It's pronounced Pance River or pronounced Pance area. We talk about some of the most beautiful houses, and this is here in Cali. Because that person lives in Panza, even though they're a regular Colombian who grew up like everybody else, but they just so happen to move up in life, people don't want to listen to them. Like, who are you to tell me you live in Panza? You live. So when us Americans with the American dollar says, if you can't listen to a Colombian who was raised with you, you really aren't going to listen to us Americans who live near Chipichape. Who are you to tell me you live by Chipichape? It's all quiet and all nice and everything. You don't understand what we're going through.
They do that.
Right. So they do the thing like, oh, you live in Chipichape with your martinis. You know what I'm saying? So they looking at me with a martini. They ain't trying to hear what I gotta say.
Right.
They looking at me like, oh, wait a minute, he doesn't drive a motorcycle. He drives a brand new truck. I'm not trying to hear him. And that's the one thing that I noticed that Colombians do a lot. They do put you in that category, even if you want to help. But let's not go too far down that rabbit hole, because we got a lot of questions to go through.
Right. But one quick thing I want to say.
Go ahead, Captain.
What Camila said about dangerous, Colombia being dangerous. When I tell people about this, and they say Colombia is very dangerous, I said, look, last week there were 400 people died from mass murders in the U.S. 400 people died. you know, and I don't see as mass murders in Colombia. You know, when you go to the States, I'm worried about going to Walmart when you go to the States. I tell people that, they get upset with me, so I'm talking about the U.S., but it's the truth. I mean, you worry about getting killed on an average weekend in the States.
That's true. I have not seen, I don't know if Camilo can tell us, maybe it's happened somewhere, but I have not seen from doing my, because I study Colombian history right now to really understand the culture in the country. I have not ran across an article or anything where somebody in Colombia just walked into a grocery store, walked into Exodo and just started shooting, shooting innocent people.
No,
you don't see that.
Here we don't see that.
No.
So,
Never.
And one reason is a lack of availability of weapons. You know, don't have access to all the weapons that we do in the States.
No,
That's a big
it's
thing.
expensive. Here, to get a weapon, really expensive. You could have got like 3,000 no, 3,000 for a gun.
Yep, I heard. $2,000 US dollars.
And a regular person from here, from Colombia, that works at a store or whatever, they just get 300 per month.
Right.
So, how you gonna get a gun?
I know.
Or what you're gonna? I prefer to spend it in food. I don't know.
Oh, we got a question for us. Jay Hill asked us, before we get into our own questions, Jay Hill asked, when you look at Latin countries, there's always been colorism. This is true, because just like any other cultures, Latin cultures come in different colors and cultures. In Colombia, is the equality gap worse due to COVID and even political issues? In other words, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay Hill, he's saying it's already bad for maybe Afro-Colombians versus, I forgot what Andrea says that she is. It's like something that ends with ZA. Mestizo? Yeah, that's what Andrea is. So you got Afro-Colombians, you got Mestizos, and mulattoes in the middle.
Right.
And they're saying that it was already bad enough. Did COVID and the protests make it even worse for those that are poor? For example, Camilo, you and I can attest to, don't forget your thought, you and I can attest to the battle that's going on in Panza, where the rich are, and the indigenous people that just had a battle a couple of days ago. The super poor and the super rich just, got into it.
Actually, that's what they want to show. Because when I'm like, I read too much of the protests because I'm like all the time seeing what is going on. So like what happened in this moment is that people that are really rich, that they got companies and they are losing a lot of money, and this protest continues and they go inside their homes or cross the street. So they don't want more that. They don't want more protests. So what happened? Police came inside into the protest from people that live there, that they don't want there. So police start fighting the indigenous.
Indigenous.
And indigenous came back and hurt the people that are really rich. So then it comes into a war. But the first thing was police get into the fight. You feel me? Because the people that
police started.
Live all the time, live there. They are also related with politics. So it's like they came to the main spot where you're gonna see something affect, because they are the ones that are sending orders for doing the things. So like the people that we study, we go to university, we protest around the city. We go from south to the government that is in north. We go walking with flags, music, art. We make paintings on the street. Obviously, not vandalism, in a nice way, not damaging our city. Because imagine, this is stupid to we that we pay our taxes. We destroy everything we do to pay more taxes for getting that fixed and get more, so the city progress. But
that's true.
Here is that the money we use, they steal it, and that's the main problem. And we don't want more of that. That is the main object of the protest. We got they always make like some mini contracts with the little letter, so people don't eat that shit no more. They're like, do it right, or we're gonna fight.
Right here in the United States, we call that the poison pill. Right? They'll pass a bill that's 900 pages long.
Yep.
The bill has to be passed within 3 hours, so you got to read all 900 pages in 3 hours. But on page like 897, there's something in there that says you'll provide funding for this. So it gets disguised, and that's what it is, and that's how the politicians kind of steal the money from the people. But I agree 100%. The multa cameras, the cameras that take people speeding and send them a ticket, you rip those down. The semáforos, the streetlights, you rip those down. The buses that take people to work, and you burn those. But that's all stuff paid with taxpayer money. The politician's not going to come out their pocket and pay for new buses. They just going to raise your taxes. And that goes back to what Andre was saying. The actual people that care about the future and actually are protesting, they're not doing that. It's the rioters that are doing that because they don't pay taxes. They don't care.
Right. That's a great point, Jason. And Andre and I talk about this all the time. You're right. The people that don't pay the taxes, the poorest ones, they're the ones that stealing the television. They're the ones that breaking into stores and stealing cell phones and breaking into the banks. No, they can't take anything because everybody's gone. Just destroying stuff. And when Andre and I went to the mall, the outside, they threw paint on the mall. Why? Why are you throwing
paint? With them?
Like, right? They have nothing to do with the protests. Nothing to do with what Camilo was talking about as far as the taxation. Because I give you a perfect example. Andre and I were just talking about this about an hour ago. In Florida, there's a toll like every 20 minutes. Every time you're driving, you got to stop, pay the toll, and keep on pushing. It seems like
it's about that sun pass.
The sun pass, baby. You paying a toll everywhere you go in Florida. But you got to admit, Florida got some of the best roads in the country, some of the best streets in the country. We understand tourists are coming in from around the world, so they got to have the roads smooth. Colombians probably would be at peace with some of these tolls and some of these taxes if they saw the results of what we're paying taxes for. Okay, we're paying more taxes, cool, better hospitals. Oh, we're paying more taxes, cool, we get a real stimulus check instead of $120. So those of you that don't know what Colombian got for stimulus, only $120, and not every Colombian got the stimulus payment. And also, if they could see roads that was better. I remember I asked Andre about 2 years ago, I said, if you were mayor for one day, what would you improve on in Cali, Colombia? First day came out, she said infrastructure, the roads, the buildings, the
Andre, now that you take this time to talk about it, check out Colombia. Really long time ago, our grandfathers and grand, I don't know, old people, they made a train, that crossed from Buenaventura, goes to Bogota, and goes up to Cartagena. They made it. It's done.
I heard about
it. It's done. They just gotta put a new baggage, or I don't know, where the people go inside the train.
Right.
It's cheaper for people to travel. But you know what? It came, this people is called Uribe, and he bought a lot of, I don't know, this detail I really don't know. But they got into the business of buses, of camiones, trucks, and try to make everything by the road. And they put some tolls, So they make a lot of them, and they should invest that money on the train, because it's already done. It's already done.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. Yeah.
It's crazy. We got all the infrastructure here. We got everything. We got food. We got everything. Like, for me, Colombia is a country that could live without other country, because we got milk. We got everything. We got everything. We got 2 oceans. We got 2 oceans. We got a lot of things. We got desert. We got, even though we have a part of Amazon, I have been Amazon.
True.
We got Amazon. We got everything. I really, there's still too much here. There's still too much.
You know, one quick thing, Andre, I learned about that train thing just about 2 months ago when a Colombian was telling me some of the reasons that the older Colombians don't like America. And I said, what do you mean? They said, no, there's certain things that from their perspective happened that country could have been better. And they brought up the train thing. They said that Colombia had train system that were in place, take everywhere. And they said that America wanted to sell more trucks, you know, to South America. And they said that because of that.
It's dumb.
That's
it's
what,
dumb because the people that sorry.
That's what he told me. I'm telling what he told me about the fact that one of the reasons older Colombians don't like America. They brought these trucks and they want to sell more trucks and sell more trucks. So they had the train system fail so America could sell more trucks to South America and to Colombia. So that's what I was told by someone that's 2 months ago.
But
sounds American, and yet our biggest rise to power was the railroad system when we started building railroads.
That's how we blew up.
Yeah.
That's how.
And you know what the funny part is, Camilo? Not even 2 blocks away, when I'm walking to Chipichape, I walk over a train track, and I never see a train come. The train track is right there, and I never see a train come. It's like literally right there. So when you were talking, I'm like, yeah, he's right. We got 46 people in the live stream. Guys, make sure you click that like button because you're going to be inviting number 47, 48, and 49 into the live stream. So make sure you click the like button, guys. We appreciate you. Go ahead, guys.
So I learned this great thing. I learned 3 quick things. And, you know, you said that was one thing with the trucks and getting rid of the train system. People really liked it here. It was really beneficial for the country. Another thing they talked about was the fact that I guess the U.S. got involved with Panama way back then. You know, Colombia could talk more about that Panamanian thing way back then. That they caused them to lose Panama as a territory. You know, that's the number 2 thing. And the third thing they talked about was they call it the Clinton rule, where they put a lot of the Colombian countries.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Clinton rules, a lot of companies on these lists they couldn't do business with, including Cali football team. You know,
so
it was
the one that you call.
Right, it was cool. You know, the stuff that they had from the U.S. I didn't know all this. I learned all this stuff over the last few months.
Well, let me ask Camilo. Do you know anything about that? Because
let me talk.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put you in touch.
Here we go. That's why I want to start. That's why I brought it up so you can tell us.
I know, right?
So the list Clinton is for people that got involved with narco traffic.
Right.
So it's not good money. So they put some properties of this people that used to sell drugs and send a lot of drugs to all places. And they made that list. So there's like Droga La Rebaja, America de Cali. There are a lot of properties here in Colombia that are in the Lista Clinton. So for me, it's good. Why? Because that is not our main product or something that we live off. Because they don't pay taxes, they don't pay nothing, so they don't help the economy from here. Obviously, sometimes they spend money here or they try to change dollars to pesos, but that's it. In another part, when you were talking about, you got 3 points. The part of Lisa Clinton trucks, where?
Yeah, the fact that you had a train system here.
Okay.
And you no longer have it because the U.S. wanted to sell all these trucks to South America.
And Panama.
And
so
Panama.
For me, I was not alive when Panama took off.
Yeah.
So what I see is the real Colombians were not studied at that moment for letting Panama go out. Even though there is a joke that is here in Cali because we are the main spot that protests here in Colombia. So it says that if the revolution, they support them, we will we will get back Panama. This is like kind of funny because obviously we won't. But so
it's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. So actually, people were not studying in this moment. We don't got a lot of sources for studying, but our parents of this generation make a lot of effort so people get to study and don't let what is happening this day that taxes go up, they steal us, we don't go and do nothing about it. And for me, when they let Panama go is because we were not able to deal with Panama. This was a huge country. Even though if you go into history, Colombia was called Nueva Granada. Yeah, and it starts splitting until
that's true. When it was Ecuador, Venezuela, Panama, when all of us together, there was a point in time that a lot of people don't know that Colombia was actually called the United States of Colombia.
Yeah, imagine.
Right.
Yeah,
United
Bolivar. States of Colombia. Yeah,
we were already like knowing like that is gonna split, and they let go Panama. That's it. Even though we lost a lot there because it was the canal.
Yeah.
But as I tell you, Colombia has 2 oceans. So
yeah.
And actually, in this moment, like when we import things, it goes through Buenaventura. Buenaventura is down Colombia.
On the Pacific.
And they make new roads. Yeah. So they make new roads. They go into mountains and make tunnels to make trucks go that way.
Wow.
And we got the train. It was already done. But they already invest that money. So okay, we got more streets, but put up back the train. So when you go to trip to Buenaventura, we will not see trucks, or if you see trucks that have to go that way. But if this is food or I don't know, clothes, go by train. Why you won't put it on train? Even though trucks, we're gonna need it all the time here. So
right.
We could deal with everything. We got everything here, but they don't use it the right way. That's the main problem. It's like in this moment they told me that they were not gonna bring more gasoline to Cali, because the trucks of the gasoline, they're gonna go into protest also.
Oh.
So I was like, what? So
because everybody's going into protest, because they're tired and they're like, it's time for change to take. I always say this about Colombia, and I'm going to stick to this. Tyrone, we're going to get back to your question, but so don't think I'm going to forget about you. The one thing that I said about Colombia is this: Colombia, whether it be civil rights, whether it be protests, all of it. Remember, America went through their protesting era in the 60s and 70s, whether it be, really 50s, 60s, and 70s, whether it be the social justice for minorities, whether it be women's rights, whether it be rights for children and working environments, whatever it was, we went through that in the 60s, even the fight against poverty, which brought forth the welfare nation and food stamps and things like that, and WIC, all that stuff came by way of what was taking place in the 70s, 60s, and 50s. Colombia is going through that right now. So for those of you that are visiting Colombia, do realize it's going through its journey of reformation or redirection right now. So it has to have its protests. It's easy for us Americans who are in 2021 to sit back with martinis and talk about the United States as big and amazing. It's easy for us African Americans to sit back and say, we go through a lot, but we still got Puffy, Jay-Z, and Kanye as billionaires, and I can do it too. Colombia right now is going through that battle of protest to get the rights for the average person to become a billionaire, the average woman to get a job that men go through, the average minority person to become a senator. So they're going through what we're going through. So when we sit back and we have our little drink in hand, you might want to put your pinky down and realize when you come to Colombia, it's not just pay for play. It's not just party. but there are people here that are really trying to make some changes. So in 10, 20 years, when the next generation of Colombians are around, everybody is starting to flourish and grow and experience. Think about Colombia. It hasn't even gone through its true .com phase. Colombia hasn't gone through its true Silicon Valley phase. Colombia hasn't still gone through its true Bitcoin and crypto phase. All the stuff that we take for granted in the United States. That's why people like Carlton and Camilo and Jason are here, because we see the future of Colombia. We see what it's going to be. To whereas a lot of these, like we keep saying, these YouTubers, they're presenting to you what Colombia is on the party side. Look at all these ladies I got. Look at how much the pesos is to the dollar. That's all cool. That's fine. That is true. You can pay for play here. They say if you put a tarp over Medellin, it will be the largest brothel in the world.
Yeah.
So we understand that there's a party side to Colombia, but there are people like Camilo, like Jason, like me. We see something big in the future. And so and many of them are like you guys that are on this, and ladies that are on this live stream. You see the big picture of Colombia. So when you see Colombia going through its protests, it has to, because that's what we went through. And that's the only way the United States became the United States, through protests.
Andre,
so, go ahead.
I want to give a little data. So we have had this protest long time ago. So
right.
First were like trucks protest, then agriculture part of protest, then the indigenous, then EVA.
Right, that's true.
Health. So there have been a lot of protests in different years, and the president or the government, they haven't watched us. So why we had to do what they do in this moment, that they protest and they close the city, was because of that. Because Colombia, for the resource that the whole country needs, it has to go through Buenaventura, Cali, and this goes up to Bogota, Medellin, and whatever place of Colombia you need.
Right.
So they closed Cali. When they closed Cali, they couldn't put up, like, I don't know, piña, like fruit punch, I think it's called fruit punch, and a lot of fruits and resources that people needed. So now in this moment, all the protests came together to protest together, so the government get to see us. If not, they won't. So that in this moment, we're seeing this here in Colombia.
True.
That everyone got together. Because if only will be for, in this moment, the first thing that we protest was la reforma tributaria. That is the grounding of the EVA. So everybody get together and start, okay, I had this of trucks. I got this of health, indigent. And they start treating every problematic that Colombia has and protest for it until they change it. They will see that Colombia is going to be in peace again.
Yeah.
That's the main object of the protest.
Andre, we got kind of sidetracked really, really bad.
We did.
A little bit.
Sidetracked, but it was Camilo's brought so much knowledge of topics
I know.
Didn't think about today.
Sorry, I'm from here.
It's good information.
Yeah, because it's things that you said, hey, I just learned this. That Jason and I were like, we just finding out now. So we appreciate that. I know when the Lord is taking us in a different direction.
Yeah.
And so I know when to sit back, be quiet, and like Jason, pull out my pen and pad and kind of like, wow, and realize that there are some things when you think you know Colombia, because that's what the topic is about. You think you know Colombia. You think you watched all the YouTube videos. You think you've heard all the stories. You watched your boy's cell phone and he showed you some videos. You watched Instagram and you think you know Colombia. You think you know the bad and you think you know the good. But then when you have individuals such as yourself and Camilo and Jason come on to showcase things that are going on that build a different future for Colombia, you start to put the pieces of the puzzle together like, okay, there is a pay for play, there is a party time, There's a time to have fun and celebrate and dance to salsa music and reggaeton. But there are political things that are going on to build Colombia, make Colombia a better place. I personally believe that Colombia will be a completely different nation within the next 10 years, to where we'll be glad that we were a part of the foundation early. To be a part of Colombia just started selling crypto last year. To be on crypto when it first starts, I even have Brazilian crypto, that because Brazil just started presenting crypto just recently. I'm getting off into the stock market of Colombia. There'll come a time where Colombians will look at stocks like we look at stocks, like, oh, I see the retirement benefit of it. But right now is not the time. Just like in the 60s, 50s, and 70s, we weren't talking about investing monies and things like that. That was for other individuals that the old money, and we weren't a part of the old money.
Mm-hmm.
My reason for saying this is, and I know it sounds like I'm babbling a little bit, guys. My reason for saying this is, if you want to see what Colombia is going through now, just look at, as far as politics and rights, just look at the 60s, 70s, and 50s. Not saying that Colombia, as far as technology, is back there, but as far as fighting for their rights to be. Remember, in the United States, we only fought for one thing, guys. One thing in the United States. We fight for the right to be left alone by the police, to be able to get an opportunity of making equal pay, like women want equal pay when they do this equal job as a man, to be able to advance in technology, or be able to go enroll in a college, and if I got the right grades, I can get in that grade and get in that school. We only fight for the right to be. If I succeed or fail, that's on me. But in the United States, we fight for the right to be a businessman, or to be the best worker at a company that we can be. Same thing here in Colombia. They're fighting for their right to be left alone by the police, to be a good father or a good mother, to advance as far as job is concerned, to be able to be a part of the political landscape without the same rich families getting all the money and hiding all the money and becoming richer as years go on. They want the right to be. So at least when you come to Colombia, at least you understand a little bit more of what Colombians are going through. They don't just picket or riot just to be picketing or rioting. There's a reason why behind it. Yeah. All right, guys.
No, give me a little bit. I want to give up detail for people from the States or people from other countries that want to come here. And
go ahead, Camilo.
So I got a lot of friends. I used to work 4 years in a bar in Chipichapo where I met Andre. So I know a lot about people coming here, hanging out, going parties, drinking, and a lot of things that we have around this. I saw the big pictures.
There you go, Camilo. It's all you, bro.
So, like, people that come here, I got friends that have come here, and they got a lot of money in dollars. So when they see the change of the value of the dollar from here, they get crazy because they feel they are billionaires and they got a lot of money. So they could do their life as well here. So that people try to get like jobs here, but you're not gonna get the same amount of money that you used to get when you were at US. So a lot of problems like psychological that people get when they come here and party 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, 1 month. They get crazy. They get into alcoholics, drugs, different type of things that they shouldn't do. They get crazy with girls because, here the girls in Colombia are really pretty, and you always not get a good girl. So when you're coming here, realize that you're gonna be like a retired man, or you're gonna invest in a business, but that business is gonna give you the amount of money that you really are gonna get here. Because sometimes people come here and they want to invest their money, and they don't see that money that they want, and they spend more, and then they lose all their money. And what I have seen, they they lose the way of track they were coming through. So I want to give you like the advice when people come here, you could come vacation. If you're gonna stay, make yourself that you get money from, I don't know, a business from the US or something that makes you live every day comfortable here, not like only you come and you try to live the American dream, how we could say it here.
Right.
It's not the same here. We get a lot. We don't get that amount of money here. As I told you, we got $300 per month for a minimum salarium of work. In this moment, we don't have a lot of works, but we got a lot of properties. So people invest and make business because obviously here the economy is moved because of the tourism, because
True.
almost of the same people that live here, they like to come here. There are places like Bourbon Street. We got Hooters here. We got even though McDonald's, a lot of places that are from the States, and they got a lot of money from here from Colombia because the people here from Colombia like a lot of eating, going out, having like different experience inside the same city, but don't think that the things are the same at the States. We don't get paid it like for 1 hour, like I don't know, it's like $9, $12, I don't know. So
Right.
when you make the change, when you work 1 month in the States and come here, you're gonna get a lot of money. So you gotta spend a lot of money in whatever you want, and you get a better lifestyle here because it's everything cheaper. But like if you're coming to retire, it's something different.
Absolutely correct. I see you got a lot of notes over there, Jay. I see the notepad going. Tell us about some of the things that you've been just writing down and just been on your mind. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you have the floor.
Thank you. I appreciate it, brother Andre. Yeah, I mean, I've just gotten used to this now, right? I haven't been in the office working since March of 2020. As you know, the panel, the audience may not know, I was stuck last year. I was stuck in Medellin from February to July because of the pandemic. I got there, and like 3 weeks later, President Duque closed the airports. I was stuck there until I could get a humanitarian flight in end of July. And I've been doing Zoom calls, working remotely. So taking notes is what I'm doing. You know, so some of the questions, right? You know, if you just want to visit Colombia and things like that, right? What should you be doing, right? I've seen a couple of other people here in the comments saying, my birthday's next month in July. I was thinking about going to Medellin or here in Colombia. Mm-hmm. What you should be doing, you should be following local news where you want to go. So if that's Caracol, RCN, if you want to niche it down, not from national news, but to like local news. If you want to go to Cartagena, look at Cartagena news sites and see what you can find in English, or if you speak fluent Spanish, see what you can find. So you understand what's going on the ground, so you got an idea what's happening when you get there. That's what I do with Medellin specifically. I tend to know what's going on in Medellin before I get there. I am now people that want to retire there, people that want to think about living there. I'd say I visited Medellin. As I said, I visited Colombia more than like 35 times since 2003. I typically go 2 to 3 times a year since 2003. So we'll push it on. What is that? Almost like 19 years. My longest term ever there, right? Because this is the thing. I would say a year. You would need a year there on the ground to really be. I think Carlton said he's been there now 3 years now. And you've been in Cali for 3 years as well, 4 years, Andre. I don't have a visa, right? So as a just blue passport, U.S. passport holding person, you can go for 90 days, right? And then if you need an extension, you can get an extension for another 90 days. But that usually typically involved you had to go to like a consulate or something and get some kind of like a quick interview or a stamp or something like that. Due to the pandemic last year, and there were no flights. Yeah, I stayed longer than 90 days, but they didn't give me a big deal. But last year was the longest I've ever been there. And people have always told me, Jason, when you're here, and I want you guys to hear this, when you're there in Colombia, you're on vacation. You got money set aside for this. You got money to go out, have lunch. You got money to go out and pop bottles. You haven't been there as a Colombian worker. You didn't have to get back 4 a.m., catch a bus, transfer, catch another bus to get to wherever you work at, what plant, what manufacturing plant, work 10, 12 hours, get back home. It's different when you're not on vacation. When you're actually living there and working there, it's a lot different. So keep that in mind. And that's why I say give it a year. Now you can't technically, right? So you could give it 9 months. You could give it 3 months, get an extension, give it another 3 months, or I'm sorry, that's 6 months. But a good thing, if you are a digital nomad, try working. Like I sell stuff on YouTube. I'm sorry, I have a YouTube channel. I also sell stuff on Amazon. Before I make that big actual move to pack everything up, I'm going to see, this is my plan, when I can continue to live here in New York just based off Amazon sales and YouTube revenue for 3 months. If I could do that for 3 months without my actual job, then we'll think about buying the one-way ticket.
Yeah, right. Yep. That's how I did.
That's what I wanted to share. But just a couple of things what Camila was saying too. I have a couple of plans. I take notes. This is my YouTube 2.0, right? Because I have a YouTube channel. I have 6 videos up there, but I haven't put anything up there in over a year because, like I said, I was stuck in Colombia for most of last year. But I do know about in Neiva, there's a desert in Colombia. A lot of people don't realize there's a desert in Colombia.
I had a problem, Jason.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do some videos.
Yeah, Camilo just left.
But outside Pereira and San Andres.
Even though I got on my skin, check out. Got Traveler.
Oh shit, Traveler. There you go.
Yeah. This dude Camilo. If you guys watch a travel channel of Colombia, this dude channel. First of all, his editing skills can't be challenged. Secondly, the dude editing skills is tight. That's the first thing I said to him. I was like, man, dude, I'm jealous. Secondly, he works to travel. This dude don't work to go out and party. He ain't got a bunch of chicks coming to his crib. Nice crib. All he does is work to travel to build his brand. He loves showcasing the whole country of Colombia, not just the parts that many of us know of. So there are locations, just like Jason was saying, that are some of the most beautiful desert resorts that you ever want to see. You never would imagine would be in the middle of the desert that you could take advantage of just by watching his channel. So go ahead, Camilo.
We got 2 deserts here in Colombia.
Right, that's true.
We got Amazon.
Yep.
You should go Amazon. Amazon is something crazy. We got, as I told you, 2 oceans. We got a different type of culture in different places from here and from Colombia. Like some people from North Coast, South Coast. We got in the middle people from Medellin that are called Paisas. We go with Bayunos. So every type of culture is different and give you a different experience from Colombia. So people that go to Medellin is gonna get a different experience that coming to Cali, that is Valle del Cauca. So there are different type of climax. As
True.
me, like when I travel, I'm from here from Cali. When I travel, I go way up to Eje Cafetero, that is Risaralda, where is Armenia, Pereira. There are a lot of things to do there. We got Valle del Cocora, we got Salento, we got Finlandia, we got even though a new zoo that they put in Pereira, and also is super nice. There are like new things for us here in Colombia that are making for tourists to come, to get to see, to live the experience. When I was going to the desert in Neiva, that is called Desierto de Tatacoa, you get to see the changes of climax from really cold, that is Risaralda, that is Armenia, and you're going down even though they just finished a road that crossed a mountain that is called La Linea. I don't know if you have heard it.
Yeah, I have.
I haven't.
Okay, so it's like one point. I don't remember. It's like 180 feet or something like that. And it's a stroll. You go like 15 minutes through a mountain.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I recorded also on my videos. I showed him. I show how many toes you pay just from Valle del Cauca to Neiva are like 7, and each one costs like $3 or $4. So it's something crazy because more taxes and taxes and taxes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
while you are going, like I could tell you, I could talk about Valle del Cauca, the streets for going from one city to another one. They're nice roads. That they got like 3 or 4 tracks for cars. You could go 100 kilometers per hour. They're nice roads. But some roads, like when you get into Risaralda, they're like curvy. I don't know how to
Curvy, yeah, curvy.
yeah, curvy. So they're not that nice roads, and you gotta pay also a lot of taxes, a lot of tolls for it.
Tolls, yeah.
Yeah. What I was telling you, when you go Risaralda to Neiva, you get to see the changes of the nature climax changing through the window. So it's something really nice for the persons that are real travelers that like to live different type of experience. So Colombia is full of it. You all the time you're gonna get to see like nature. You get to see like different types of people talking inside this country, different types of expressions, different prices in different types of cities, towns, and the experience that you will live here is something different that you will live like on the States. Sometimes people that comes from the US, from here, they think that we don't have like technology sources or we're not that advanced. We're really advanced.
That's true.
They go like, okay, I'll go Colombia. We'll see you in 1 week. Don't call me, don't nothing. We don't got sound, nothing there. I don't know.
Actually, Colombia is more advanced because you can pick up Wi-Fi anywhere. Or let's say you're in a restaurant. You cannot do this in the States. If you're at a restaurant, you're eating, you cannot turn to them and say, what's your Wi-Fi?
Oh, no, here, everywhere.
In the United States, you can't do. Am I lying, guys?
No,
I've never done that in the States.
It's like every customer goes in
the parks.
Hey.
The park.
In the parks.
Yeah,
Free.
even in the
right,
parks.
in the parks.
The parks have Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi.
Free.
That's
Yeah,
one thing
Andre-
that Joe Biden is fighting. President Biden is actually fighting for with the new infrastructure bill is to put more Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi accessible in the United States. Indianapolis is one of the few cities right now that's starting to pay to build locations in the United States that you can actually just go and use Wi-Fi. But right now in the United States, while people try to look down on Colombia, there's a lot of things that people in Colombia have already advanced in doing that the United States is light years behind.
Right. Andre, I got to get off in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
How about this? Let me let you do your close. Any advice? Because the last question that we had, we never even got to the questions because everything was so good. But the last one is any advice to the audience or how? Here's the one I have for you, Carlton, if you don't mind. The last one. How long does it take to get used to living in Colombia?
Well, it depends on the individual. You know, I'm the kind of person that I can get up and go move anywhere in the world. I can go to Australia tomorrow, China, Great Britain, and live anywhere in the world. Depends on your personality. And about to say, traveling and living abroad is not for everyone. Some people really miss their family. They're close to, brothers, sisters, aunts, and so forth. So if you're gonna miss your family a lot, you might not living abroad might not be good for you. For me, getting accustomed. What I did, I came first for about 3 years. A few times a year, got to know the country quite a bit. Make sure I love it before I actually moved here. So I would say, if you're gonna move here, come here first on vacation for a week at a time. 3-4 times a year. get to learn the country a little bit. What it's about, and do you like it, or are the people nice? You know, and then once you do that, they can make a decision if you want to move here permanently. And after doing that for a while, traveling to DR and some other islands, I decided to come here, you know, and did about 3 years of, you know, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. Then I liked it, you know, so I picked up and I moved here, and I've never regretted that at all, you know. But you have to, you know, I would say, put a plan in action, put it on paper, the things that you should, you know, think about before you come. You know, you guys can get into it later on about the various items you can look at, you know, like the healthcare system. You know, look into that, you know, it's different. It's really different, you know, and it's good in some areas, not as good in other areas like the public healthcare, but the healthcare system, how do you get money? How do you change money? How do you do that? You know, get a list and just write down things that are important to you as you keep coming here over a year or 2 year period before you make a move. Okay, it's a big country. I love it. Before the pandemic, my plan was to see the entire country. So, you know, my channel is a really small channel on purpose. I'm not a young guy like Marwa and Ace. You know, I can't go around all over the world at my age. You know, I've got, you know, different phase of life. I'm older. I've got retirement and so forth. So my thing was to talk about traveling all over the country, places that people really don't go to, including the Amazon. That's on my list. I've been to, you know, a lot of areas in Colombia, and like the Coffee Triangle, and I have a list of, I'm like, a lot of places I still need to see, you know, once the pandemic is listed. So I want to see the entire country. It's a big country. It's a beautiful country. But once I see the entire country, make a decision if I want to stay here or go to another country, Argentina or whatever. But it's a big, beautiful country. People are nice. But let's have a plan of action. Come first for a few months at a time. Check it out and see if it's something that's good for you. But not everyone is built to live abroad. You got to know that. Some people really, when they live abroad, they miss their family and want to go back home. You know, that being said, guys, I love being on the channel here. Maybe we can talk some more later on. But I've got another appointment at 20 o'clock, okay? Thanks for having me on, Andre.
There you go, brother.
All right, Carlton. Yeah, appreciate your advice, bro.
Nice meeting you.
Man. All right, nice meeting you.
All right, guys. All right, if you guys don't mind staying on with us, if you're not busy.
Andre, we should answer some questions that people have asked here.
Okay, let me make sure that you guys are good as far as your time. I'm good, you know. I'm good. I'm at home.
I love talking about Colombia.
Okay, cool, great. Okay, all right. We're going to answer some questions for you guys because I've seen questions. I haven't ignored them, guys. I've seen the questions come up and down, and I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way back up in regards to some of the questions. So we're going to look through some of these. And Camilo, we appreciate you, man, that you've been a wealth of insight. I get this every day. I'm gifted with somebody like you, man. Andre is a Colombian historian buff. So everything that's happened in Colombia, she's always like, well, the history of this, and that's how this is. She's just like you. She can tell me all the little intricate details of Colombia that I never would have thought about even asking. So when I have a person like you guys on the channel, man, I really, really appreciate the insight that you guys have. So let's go back. And I wish I could have just put some of these questions in perspective. First thing somebody said was Camilo channel. Remember, Camilo's channel is his name. So if you guys don't mind, we got 49 people. We had up to 51 people in the live stream. Make sure you click the like button. But most important, make sure you go over to Camilo's channel. We're going to have Jason's channel in a moment. But go ahead to Camilo's channel and make sure that you guys subscribe because there is knowledge in being around the right YouTube channels. I promise you, you can close your eyes and just point. There's going to be so many YouTube channels that's going to tell you a lie. You can come over here and all the Colombian women going to fall all over you. Us guys that live here or have either been here since 2003 can tell you, every Colombian woman don't want you, bro.
No.
Every Colombian woman is just like a woman in the regular world in the United States. You got to be able to be a respectful dude, charming dude, or you got to be her type or whatever it may be. Don't think that you're going to come here with your little American dollars and every woman is just gonna fall over your feet because the YouTubers told you to. That's not true. Those that small little pool of women that like to party with no matter who it is, they will party with a Colombian, they will party with a Mexican, they'll party with an American, they'll party with a European. They don't care.
Until your money's done.
Right, until your money's until your money is done. So those little small little groups that you see that these YouTubers keep showing you guys, that's not all Colombian women.
And that's not like the typical girl from here. Like the typical girl from here, they really think in what you think, what projects you got, the way you dress, the way you live, everything that you do, they check out that. And they're a little bit like too into you. They're really romantic. I don't know how to tell you. It's different relationship. Like from
anytime they're like, Poppy, oh Poppy, you're this, Poppy, you're that. You need to stop and say, wait a minute. Is this real or is this fake?
Yo. You get
and
to
you
know
can tell, you can tell when it's genuine. You can tell. You know, a good idea is if you can speak somewhat Spanish. If you can't speak not a lick of Spanish and they can't connect with you, you're not gonna make that connection, and then it's most likely fake. But just pro tip: make sure your shoes are nice little button up, jeans. You know, just like I said, they want to be out with a guy that looks presentable. For a long time, I've only used cash. Recently, like the last 6 years, when we go to a restaurant, I had cash, but she was like, "No, babe, use your card." And I started to break that silo down. What's up with that? And it's just because, all these street dudes use cash, but it's something different. You're in a nice restaurant and you pull out your card. People look at you different. The way that everyone looks at you differently. You have a bank account. You have a credit card. You know what I mean? Anybody can have cash from selling stolen motorcycles. But
actually here we don't get that much cards. If you get a card, you gotta get a nice work, or you gotta got experience of working, and you got money, and you move it from there too. And so it's different. So people, when you see a card, a debit or a credit, they're like, "Whoa!"
I had both of them. I had both of them. I had both. And that's where it first hit my head, because I had both. I had the cash and I had the card. But I was like, "Babe, I'm gonna pay cash." She was like, "No, pay card. Like, tell the guy to bring the machine to the table." And I just didn't understand it was a thing. But because the other people that are eating around you, now they bring the machine to the table. You put the card in. It's like, oh well.
And also something that I don't want to forget. It's like when girls come here and are all the time like, "I want this, I want that, and this." It's a gold digger. It's a gold digger. It's a gold digger.
Yeah, there's signs of those.
Like when you say, "Okay, babe, we could go to this bar. We're gonna have some drinks." Okay, it's cool because you said it. But some girls are like, "I want this, I want that, and this and that and this." They're gold diggers. They don't want you. That's it.
Yeah,
that's
I
the
agree.
experience that I got. Because I used to work in a bar, and I saw some girls that they just want to spend money from them, and at the end of the night, there will be like, "Hey, I want my money," or something like that. And that's not the type of culture from here from Colombia. That's small average or percent of girls here, because the real girls from here, they are workers. Nice looking. They care of themselves. They take care of you. They take care of everything. They think too much. They're really intelligent. So the girls from here, they have a lot of offer, but we also got a lot of girls that are not that well that makes us look as bad in another place. That's what I wanted to
I agree. I agree, Camilo, absolutely. But I would say they're like in the minority, right? Because like you said, if you ask a girl out on a date, and if I suggest a restaurant, most likely if they really want to know me, they're gonna agree. Oh, that's fine. Let's go there. I want to get to know you. But when a girl starts saying, "No, let's go here," let's go to the place I picked. That's because she wants to be seen in that place.
That's a
You
good
know
point.
what? You know what? It's something funny. So there's different types of business here inside Colombia. So sometimes there are some girls that work for certain places. So they say, let's go that place that I know that if we go there and we spend a lot of money, I will get like the 5% or the 10% on my pocket.
Mhm.
And even though I have a great time, I use you, I'll go out. And that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I've heard that as well.
ball. But
Somebody just asked
let's talk about it. Let's talk about what people should come here. Why? And
Correct. Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, before you go off into that, Camilo, got a question for you guys. Somebody said, Andre, in your opinion, on these internet bride services, the internet bride services, where they say you come to Colombia, come to Bogota, come to Cali, and I help you get a wife in Colombia. I think it's nonsense, but what is your opinion? What is you guys' opinion on going on the internet and finding a internet bride service? Because I see those commercials all the time. And
I've seen them. Okay, I'll go first just because one, Camilo is Colombian, right? So I'm not sure if he uses
True.
these services or he's aware of them. There was a point when I really got out of. There's a point when I first got out of the military and I kind of just like Googled something, like I've been to Colombia, enjoyed it. I'm looking for. I want to meet women in Colombia, and what came up was some of these marriage arrangement sites where pretty much you pay an exorbitant fee, maybe like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to $5,000, but that would include your airfare. Sometimes it wouldn't include your airfare, but you would have a hotel, and they would have like the lobby room, the hotel, and they would have women there, and it's pretty almost like a speed dating, right? There's an entity on the ground in Colombia, in whatever city, Cali, Bogota, the big cities. You pay a fee to them. Your airfare you used to have to pay separately, but once you got there, they post you up at a hotel, and then you go to the hotel and you kind of meet women and try to do speed date, talk to them, get to know them, ask them about their life. They ask you about your life. It's mail order bride, but like almost like in person. Like that wasn't my thing. That wasn't what I was looking for. So eventually, I found out about a website that I met my actually first and second girlfriend on, which was Columbia Cupid, which didn't really. They don't arrange anything. It's like Match.com, pretty much. To put it to like American perspective, is Match.com. You make a profile, they make a profile. If you like what's on their profile, you read about them, and then you can ask some questions. If you want to exchange numbers, then you do that, and then say, hey, I may be out there later this year. Let's meet up. Let's go have a salad, a tea. So that's the route I did. I've never done that whole pre-arranged thing.
Talk about it. So it's like the way for knowing girls, something like that.
Right, way from getting to know girls. Yeah.
Okay. The best way that I could tell you is don't go with the thinking of getting girls, because when you go out with that thinking, you won't get, or you will get a whore. That's it. Because obviously there are persons outside that when you go with a bar and you see a woman that start talking to you first, like this. I will never think a girl is coming to talk to us. Like here in Colombia is different. Always the boy goes to the girl. You feel me? So when you see that it's a nice girl, it's a good girl, but they're also whores. Even though the girl that is a whore is gonna tell you, I'm a whore, and I charge you this. And as you are drunk or you got some drinks on you, you go like, oh fuck this shit, I'm gonna do it. And then when you never know, then you start spending all your money, you get in love, and then you're broke, and you go back your
Airbnb,
your country or your Airbnb or whatever, and you're like, fuck, I hate Colombia, and it's not the way. Like,
good point, Camilo.
Yeah, and that's not the way I met. Like my two longest relationships that I had in Colombia, they were from friends. Someone introduced me. Someone said, "Hey, I want like, oh, Jason, you're in town. I want you to meet a friend of mine." Like it was organic. You know what I mean? It was organic. I didn't have to go on the website. I didn't have to do that. I've been on the website. I conversed with people, but never in any like arranged thing. Like come to Colombia for 7 days and we're gonna do this whole speed dating thing. And no, I'm not about that life. I want to meet somebody on my own terms. But the two longest relationships I had happened to be where I was just in Colombia and someone was like, "Hey, we're going out dancing tomorrow night. You want to come?" Sure. And as I'm out there, some of my friends like, "Hey, Vanessa, this is Jason. Jason, this is Vanessa. He's from New York. He's here visiting. He's been here a few times." And we start talking, and then it's like, "Hey, you want to go dance?" And the next thing you know, it's organic, and that's how it should be. Absolutely how it should be. I test all genres, and because I just want to be out there because I don't know where I'm going to meet this person, but there's something to say that the two really nice relationships I had came with a mutual friend introducing me to them.
True.
And
that's one thing
also,
I noticed about you.
Another thing that happens too much, like on the place that I work, I was a barman. So everyone was like, "Hey, you're the dude, you know everything." And I'm like, "Yes, I know everything." But they're like, "I want girls. I want a girl that I could hang out, become my girlfriend and all this." And I'm like, "Dude, are you going to get a girlfriend here that you want with that way of being? If you don't want even your girl going out to drink or something like that, you should go to a restaurant or get to meet people. You never know. Like this, like love comes espontáneamente." I don't know how to say that shit in Spanish.
No, I think Audrey and I, we both, it's
okay,
yeah.
So it comes like
right. It's unplanned. It's just
unplanned.
That's right.
It's unplanned.
Sometimes when you go outside and you're just looking for it, you won't find it. And if you find
Exactly.
That's what we
something,
say. That's what we say in the States. Yeah.
When you stop looking, it just happens.
That's what we say in the States. Yeah.
And so when people come here, what I tell them, enjoy life. That's it. You gotta enjoy. You're traveling. You came here. You want to have a great time. Okay, I'm gonna show you where to go. What types of plans you want? You want party? Okay, or you want nature? Or you want to get to see? We got here like Cali. In Cali, we got Cristo Rey that got a monument. A huge monument. It makes sports.
Cruces.
Yeah,
like Cali. I'm talking about Cali. We got a lot of types of like of activities to do.
True.
We got like hot weather. We got cold weather. We got
the springs. Yes.
No.
Springs.
Check out here inside Cali. So Cali is in the middle of a mountain. If you go up the mountain, so you're cold. So you could say in the part cold because we got service of hotels, restaurants, everything there. But it's like more nature. Other people like more like parties. So okay, I know where you could party. You could go manga. Oh, you wanna how you say this? Like more
that's stuck up, more.
Yeah, there you go. That's the stuck up, like
more fancy.
More fancy. Okay, you go Granada. There's some places for it. We got everything here because there are a lot of people that invest in this city, and they know different culture. So check out Cali is like a multicultural place because we accept everyone. We accept everyone. We got everything here. We got.
Say that again, Camilo. You said that kind of. You let that slide by. I don't want that to fly over people's head. What you said? What makes Cali so different? Because they accept who?
Everyone.
Cali accepts everybody. That's why it's such a large black population in Cali. Outside of black populations like Cartagena, San Andreas, Santa Marta. If you don't live in those black so-called areas, you live in Cali because it's one of the few places where you will be accepted for who you are. You like, listen, I'm coming from Cartagena. I don't have much, but I want to be somebody. Where do I go? Medellin? Yeah. Bogota? Yeah.
Nah.
Cali? Yes. I have a chance to be somebody in Cali compared to the other major cities. And that's a big deal. So I didn't want that to fly over, Camilo. Go ahead.
Okay. So like we were talking here about Cali. We got rivers. We got too much. It's too much. It's just that, like, we go 2 hours in car. We got an ocean. It's like both. We got 2 hours or 3 hours to a cold place that is Risaralda. We got culture from Eje Cafetero, so it's not that far. But actually,
like 2 hours away, you got volcanoes. You got you got the hot springs. I've been to the hot springs. I'm 2 hours away from Cali, an hour away from Cali. You got waterfalls. Just everywhere you turn, it's just some of the most beautiful waterfalls you've ever seen. So if you sing, go ahead.
Yeah, we got the hot springs. We got like 3 hot springs. So we got like hotel. We got place you just go inside, you go out, and there are fancy hotels for hot springs, regular, normal. Even though I know you went to Risaralda, I have gone to the hot springs for south that are called Los Termales de Coconuco.
And there's one that's like an hour outside of Colombia. I mean, outside of Medellin. Because my man, what's his name? David, Life with David channel. Shout out to Life with David. He's in Mexico right now. But Life with David, he went to one of the hot springs that's like an hour and a half outside of Medellin. So even if you don't come to Cali and you're in Medellin, you can still find the hot spring pools that you can go soak in and enjoy yourself. And when I say the water is hot, it's coming straight down from the volcanoes.
I was never aware of that.
The
only termales that I knew was Santa Rosa de Caballo or Manizales, down there in the Cafetero region.
Not far from you guys, man. It's a whole resort, man. Like what David did a video on it, where you get the massage, you can get the whole gambit. The whole gambit, and the hot springs are right there, man. So that's the beauty of you're right, Camilo. There's just so much in Cali, but
Cali is a city where you don't rush. That's one of the main spots of here. Like, everybody's calm. It's not like New York. If you're from New York,
we run. We run to catch trains and buses and all that.
It's not like, I don't know how it's Medellin. I have never been. I have been there, but I haven't stayed and get to know the city, so I don't talk about Medellin because I don't know it. I know Bogota is rusher, and really expensive, and they don't pay that much to you, so it's not a nice lifestyle. But you could go to Bogota to have experience, because we got also, it's called that huge mountain that is called
Monserrate.
Near Bogota. We got a lot of places like Alpina. We got stadium. Zipaquirá. We got Sopó. There are a lot of places that will show you nice things from here, from Colombia, and different cultures, as I told you. Like, people from Bogota are a little bit more not so together, but they still got the little climax of Colombia. They're nice people, but they will not talk to you like on the street, like, hey, no, nothing like that. Like, here in Cali, you get to do friends easily. Like, in Bogota,
Camilo, when you come here to New York and you get on the subway, ask somebody like, "Good morning, what's your name?" I double dare you.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Mind your fucking business.
Right, like Chicago, Chi-Town's the same way. But the one thing that a lot of people don't realize, just to give you the size of Colombia, so you guys that don't even know the size of Colombia is literally the size of Texas. So just to give you guys, so when you're looking at a map, I looked that up. Brazil is the size of the United States, and Colombia is the size. I've seen the map, like when they take it and they lay it down on top of the spot. Colombia is literally the size of Texas. So it's big, but not as big as a lot of people might think. Brazil is the size of the United States. So those that think Brazil is small, you're fooling yourself. So it's the exact same size as the United States. So when it comes to Colombia, Camilo and Jason are absolutely correct. You can be in one part of Colombia, go an hour later, the culture, the food, alcohol, drinking, completely different from the area you just left. That's probably my favorite thing about Colombia. Everything is new. Cartagena is nothing like Cali. Cartagena is nothing like San Andreas. But San Andreas reminds you nothing of Bogota. It's like you completely different world. You're like, am I in the same country? But yet you are. Another trivia a lot of people don't know. Bogota is the 13th to 14th largest city in the world, behind Chicago. So just in case you know how big Chicago, the second city of the United States, you know how big Chicago is. Just imagine the city that's right behind it with its 9 million people. So that's why Bogota is so modern, so fast. So it reminds you of the United States. Like when you get there, as soon as you land and you just rolling, you're like, am I in the States or am I in Colombia? Because realize it is the 13th, 14th largest city in the world. So a lot of people don't realize that when it comes to Bogota. Yeah, this is one of my nerdy rants of me looking up stuff. So yes, Colombia is the size of Texas. So you guys back in the States, just to give you an idea of how big Colombia is. Go ahead, guys.
We haven't said something from here from Cali. I wanted to tell you, Cali is the capital of salsa.
Salsa in the world. That's right.
Yes. I did know that.
Like, we also like in Cali is involved the culture of party. You feel me? But salsa is like I don't know. It's like culture. It's
in the spirit. Salsa.
Yeah.
Cali reminds me. Just in case you guys are wondering what Cali is like, it reminds me, as far as music, it reminds me of New Orleans. New Orleans, the instruments are everything. In New Orleans, you'll find people on every corner that can sing. In New Orleans, you'll find somebody that can play some type of instrument somewhere, somehow, some way. That's that New Orleans feel. The food of New Orleans has its own definition. It's not New Orleans is trying to be music. Music is New Orleans. That's what salsa is in Cali. Cali is not salsa. Salsa is Cali. It's the makeup of the culture of the people. It's the heartbeat. When you play salsa music here, it's from a little kid dancing, a little girl dancing with her dad.
The songs. Everyone knows the songs. Everybody knows how to dance it, because when you're 2 or 3 years old, they say like, "Hey, dance with your aunt," and you start dancing, even though you're doing it wrong. Everyone is like happy, and when you grow up, you go. We got here like 15 parties. I don't know, 615. I think so. Everybody has to know how to dance, because you're not going down there and you're gonna be with a whole of friends, and you're like, "Okay, hey, let's go dance," and you go like, "I don't know how to dance." They will take you up, and you're gonna learn here.
You're gonna learn. So that's the cool part about Colombia. In the States, a female will laugh, or a male can laugh at you because of and Jason, you can attest to this, because of what you might know, what you don't know. In Colombia, they're not gonna laugh at you because you don't know how to dance. It'll be the opposite. If you don't try to dance, they're looking at you like he's not even gonna try.
Yeah.
So you're an outcast. You're not gonna. But you ain't gonna get that pussy, okay? You just
no. That won't help you. That won't help you at all. But if you go up to the table and you ask the lady to dance, she'll teach you. She'll tell you how to move your hips. Same thing with Spanish. Like if you're trying to actually immerse yourselves in the culture, they'll accept you, they'll respect you, and they'll help you. They won't laugh at you. They'll tell you straight up, like, listen, not like this, like this. They'll correct you. But it comes from like a place of love and appreciation. Like you're here trying to do it, where you just hear it don't come across that way. So
and that is like the culture from here from Cali. I could go to Medellin. I got friends there. I know their culture is something different. I know they're not too much of dancing, but even though they dance, because everybody in Colombia dance, but they're more of going into horses, drinking, go clubs, go with reggaeton. They play a lot of reggaeton in Medellin.
It's the capital. Yeah. That's the funny part, Camilo. Don't forget your thought that a lot of people don't know this. Here's another one of my nerdy rants. Medellin is the capital at this moment, not Puerto Rico. It used to be Puerto Rico. Right now, Medellin is the capital of reggaeton. Yes. The top performers in the world are coming from reggaeton. Just to give you guys a look, J Balvin, Kel Lee,
there's Fade.
Absolutely correct.
And you know what? On the industry,
all those people that you're seeing on the Tonight Show that are reggaeton performers, other than Bad Bunny and maybe other than Bad Bunny, are coming from Cali, Colombia. So
no. But Bad Bunny.
I mean not Cali. I'm sorry. I mean Medellin. That reggaeton performers are coming from Medellin. And even in when you sat back and you saw in the Super Bowl, you saw the reggaeton portion. It was J Balvin when they did a couple of years ago when they had all Latin. And the only person that was not from the cool part, the only person that was not from Colombia in that whole scene of the Super Bowl a year to 2 years ago was J-Lo. Everybody in the background dancers, Shakira, everybody. But this is the kicker. A lot of people don't realize the next commercial, the first commercial that came on after the halftime Super Bowl commercial was Sofia Vergara's commercial where she had a bunch of stars and somebody spilled some stuff on her floor and Mr. Clean helped clean it up. She's from here, from Colombia. So that whole segment of the Super Bowl in the first commercial was Colombia. So Colombia, whether we realize it or not, there is a big movement and a big impact that Colombia is having on the United States when you don't even realize it. When you sit back and you hear Cardi B sing songs, even though she's from DR, but one of the persons that produced the songs and does the song, who's J Balvin, is from Medellin. So realize this, guy.
Called Sky.
Absolutely correct.
I know a lot of the industry because there are a lot of producers that are made in Medellin. They learn how to play piano and produce music. Like in old times, Dr. Dre do it with all these West Coast and the East Coast. They start doing the produce thing. They're doing bling, 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 bling. They start in the woods. So it's funny. It's like the same. They got the same culture from there and put it up into Colombia. And now these persons are doing the music for musicians like Jay-Z, like people that go global. Also, I know that some Black Eyed Peas go with Shakira. There's some
Pharrell's done songs here.
Yeah, there is the dude that. No, I don't remember.
Did they in Medellin like 3 or 4 years ago? DJ Semáforo, he had the Semáforo show. The Semáforo show was every Friday. It was based out of Medellin, out of the Edificio Cote Head. I have the actual building tattooed right here on my arm, which is like the tallest building in Medellin. But yeah, when I first heard of reggaeton, it was Daddy Yankee, Tito Hector, like all Puerto Rico, and then somehow it kind of transitioned over that the casa reggaeton became Medellin. It somehow just switched from the island of Puerto Rico to Medellin.
True.
And DJ Semáforo, he would get the exclusives from Nicky Jam, from J Balvin, from like Orozuna. Like he would get when they recorded a track, like it went to DJ Semáforo first in Medellin. And every Friday he had the DJ Semáforo show, and it was called La Rumba. The station was called La Rumba in Medellin, and he just Apparently now he's living in Miami. He's living in South Florida. He moved from Colombia because what happened when there's like the Odyssey and Caracol, they bought the station and they got rid of La Rumba, which was the best station in Medellin, and they put all that money behind another station. So I think that was politics. But this one DJ, he moved to the US, but still DJs will still certain artists will still give him the first exclusive to their music. Like he had that kind of following. It was something really serious in Medellin.
That's what's up, man.
They're into music. They are really into music. Here in Cali, we have some of them that are called like Mike Bahia, Gracie, and
there you go,
also
Dre.
producers. And oh shit.
There you go. Hold on. Let me showcase that. Yeah, let me showcase that real quick. Go ahead. There we go, Jay.
So that's the Edificio Corte Head in Medellin.
Yeah.
My thing is on a mirror. So that's the.
No, it's good. We good.
And that's the metro. That's the building, Edificio Corte Head. If you've been in Medellin, it's the tallest building. It comes to a point.
That's right.
And then even down here, I have the Atlético Nacional.
No, Nacional. No way.
I didn't want to show. I didn't want to show you that because you're gonna be like, Cali.
No, hey, that's Camilo team.
I know. And then I got a statue of Fernando Botero. He's a famous artist from Colombia. So this is the man on the horse. The man on the horse.
Right.
So this is just some work I got done, but I know Camilo. Yeah. No, Camilo. It's Deportivo Cali.
Boo! I like it.
I knew Camilo. Yeah. It's all in good love. It's all in good love.
That's all it is. That's
like American. I had to show my team. This is like people. This is my team.
Show your team. Oh man, you made me wish I had my jersey.
Okay. I got you. I'm gonna give you a detail of my team. My team is the only team in Colombia that has their own stadium, and it looks like Coliseum, and they got suites inside inside the stadium, so you get to watch the soccer game with a group of people. They go 9 side, and you get to drink beers, eat whatever you want. You just gotta put it up one day. No, the same day you could take it in, and you enjoy with your friends. Even though you got a TV inside your suite, so you get to see when they score, you get to see the replay of the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware they had suites in the stadium. That's pretty cool.
I got a video on my YouTube channel, so you get to see it.
I'm subscribing. Once we get off this live, I'm definitely subscribing to your channel.
Okay,
I wrote it down. Of course.
That's dope. I went with one of my best friends there. That he was owner of his own suite, and we always watch the match, and was something that we really enjoy a lot. So it's a nice experience also that you could do here in Cali. And there are a lot of experience that we bring to people here in Colombia. I was watching like some of the comments that make me get a little bit of attention that people are posting here. Like Donald was like trying to tell us where he should start watching or where he should come to Colombia. Like what?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I was like, it depends on what type of experience you want, because we got everything here. Like if you want to go to be on, I don't know, on like the ocean that is not Pacific Atlantic. When you go Atlantic, it's experience that you will enjoy, like on the beach. You want to be relaxed. You are gonna drink some beer, chill out with your wife, or something like that. You could go party. That is like near Cartagena, Santa Marta, El Cabo de la Vela. So those places that are Atlantic Ocean,
right?
It's like more soft, relaxing. If you go to Pacific, it's more like nature. You're gonna get to see whales. You're gonna
True, that's me.
There is not that much technology and like fancy things, but you get to live experience like more wild. You get to see more animals.
That's where the Guapolo, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, the Guapolo Islands with the gigantic turtles.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where that is. A lot of people don't realize this. I'm going just real quick. A lot of people don't realize this. Colombia is the only country in the world that sits on two oceans. There's not another country in the world that sits on two oceans but Colombia. Go ahead, Camilo.
Right, like so like Buenaventura or Buenaventura or Coveñas. Coveñas, a lot of people go to Coveñas for like that's all on the Pacific. That's on the Pacific, and then you have the Caribbean Ocean and the Atlantic, and that'll be like Santa Marta, Cartagena, because remember that's all separated by Central America. So you got the Pacific and the Atlantic, and the two different oceans, the two different ecosystems. I've only experienced Cartagena, San Andres. I've never been to Santa Marta, so I can't speak on that or anything like that.
I have been.
Let's take a second. Let's take a second out to address this. That happened a couple weeks ago. Timothy Reed was brother from Atlanta, Morehouse graduate. 200,000. That he invested here in Colombia. He things didn't go right as he expected, and he was murdered. And they're still doing the investigation here. One of the things that people have to realize when it comes to Colombia, things don't rush like they do in the United States. First of all, when you sit back, you see YouTubers saying, hey, they're going to be doing an investigation. Do realize that because of COVID, the consulate here in Colombia is closed. So a lot of investigation is going on behind the scenes. But to be able to work with U.S. Embassy, with Colombian Embassy, the Colombian Embassy or consulate is closed until 2022. That's why you haven't seen Andrea and I in the United States. Why? Because we haven't been able to get our visa passed. Well, I got mine, but to get hers because of the consulate being closed. You'd have already saw Andrea in the United States eating some American whatever. But because of it being closed, things can't move as fast. So it is with Timothy Reed because it's closed. That's why I don't like when YouTubers sit back and interview people and they're actually living here and don't tell the people the whole story. The consulate here has been closed since last year. Am I right, Camilo? You can't get anything done right now. So they didn't know that an American was going to get murdered. So when we sit back and we say justice for Timothy, we do want justice for Timothy, but do realize because of COVID, a lot of things have been put on hold, and they didn't know that. Right, they didn't know that a Timothy moment would take place. So the U.S. Embassy can only do so much with their investigation, and the Colombian Embassy and consulate is closed. So you can't, and then on top of that, Timothy died only a few weeks prior to the protests. So now you got COVID, you got the consulate being closed and the riots, which they closed everything to protect the workers that will work to do investigations. So when you guys sit back and say, truth, we want help, we do want help for Timothy and we want justice for Timothy. Good man, really good man. But during this pandemic, it's not a normal scenario or normal situation. This is not, that's the one thing that you have to learn when you move to Colombia. This is not the States. They don't just keep things open in the name of keeping things open. Situations happen that are different. So realize, guys, so now you're hearing it here from people that are here in Colombia, not some YouTuber telling you only a part of the story. The consulate is closed. So even if they wanted to do an investigation, there's nobody there to do a thorough investigation as they should. They will, but they don't, but nobody's around to do it right now. Go ahead, Camilo. You about to say something?
Now, let's keep like with the comments.
Right.
Panama two oceans. Okay. Panama used to be part of Colombia.
Right.
I have traveled to Panama. I used to live 1 month there, and I took 1 month to get the whole place of Panama. So I get to border into Panama. Panama is also a place where where we got a lot of animals to get to see. We see a
True,
lot
that's true.
of sleepy birds. I don't know how to in English. Those
Oh,
sleepy,
no. Okay.
I don't know how it's called in English. I don't know.
No, I don't.
Slollies? No, I don't know. Okay, so Panama is like something really different from here. What I could tell of Panama that is nice, like their islands, nice places,
Mm-hmm.
but everything is dollars, so it's expensive. It's expensive. If you go Colombia, it's less expensive. So we got an island that I know. I'm gonna call you Gringo Paisa. Gringo Paisa. Have been there. I have been my whole life. Like people from here from Colombia, when they get graduated from schools, normally our trip with the whole school is San Andres Islas. That is a place where you go party. You go like this is a different culture. They even though they talk English and Spanish, and they
Right.
have a language that they talk on Jamaica that is like something like on the road, like Jamaican or something like that over there. And it's a nice place. We also got a lot of animals to see there. I got pictures with Ray, and I filmed it. I swim with a shark. I swim with a whole bunch of fish. It's a place to stay like 1 week. You don't want to stay more than like 1 week because it's an island, so you don't got that much to do. But actually, it got good restaurants, good
Right.
industry. Even though like few months ago we got a hurricane. I don't remember the name of the hurricane, but it destroyed some part of the island.
Yes, yeah, that was had to be in November, December, and
I
that's why when I went in January, I remember President Duque, he went there, and a lot of people were saying, well, San Andres, it was a Cat 5, it was a Cat 5, Category 5 hurricane.
Yeah.
It didn't disrupt San Andres too much, but Providencia, the other smaller island, the sister island, direct hit decimated the island.
Wow.
Ace was out there. Ace was out there with
I was also,
technology, and then I went out there and I met Ace.
You know what? You know what? Pause.
I was out there with Ace. That was in
You guys-
January. That was in January.
All you guys were out there at the same time.
In January.
You, Ace, and
I didn't
Camilo.
know you.
I was there in January.
All three of you guys were out there at the same time. I forgot about that.
So check out like I put some details or some small details that people like Colombian do at San Andres. So I when I went on the car trip around the island, I saw Ace, but he was filming himself. So I didn't want to interrupt in his video because when you're making stuff and content, it takes time.
As a content creator, right?
Yeah. So I was there. And I show like the people which places what they should do and like what I suggest people when go San Andres and you want to have a great time, you don't go there looking for chicks. It's not a place to go. No, you go with your crew and you have a great time because alcohol is really cheap. You get to do a lot of experience that are cheap, food cheap. Oh, check it out, Andre.
Yeah, no, this when he was doing his that's when he was doing his lives, and I'd like rolled up on him because like I've been to San Andres Island, so
do that again, Jay.
When that's behind us there, that's the actual ocean.
Okay.
I was sitting here in front of the Crocs store. Ace was doing his live on the other side.
Show that pic of you and Ace again.
Oh, the La Riviera. Well, there's one.
La Rivera, okay, I got you. So
love it.
So I'm with someone and I'm watching Ace. I'm with someone. And I'm watching Ace on YouTube Live, and he shows the La Riviera, and I'm like, he's right around the corner. So I walk around the corner, and sure enough, Ace is there he's doing a live stream. But Camila, you can attest if you ran into him on San Andres side also. He had that big ass boombox with him, with the microphone and this shit. He's like, he's singing and he had the microphone with him. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, is that actually what I want the people are watching us in this moment is to get to see the real experience of San Andres. When you go San Andres, there is a main street where it's full of party. Everyone has a big speaker. They got a lot of alcohol and hang out with their crew, having a great time. Who has the loudest speaker? Everyone try to get beside.
Sound like Bogota.
Yeah,
Yeah. I got a quick one for us, guys. I got a quick one. This is all good stuff, but this is make sure my volume's up. But this is like a 60-minute clip where I'm in San Andres.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you,
it.
That's me.
He's drinking.
Now, where I'm filming, if you look over, at this moment, Ace was doing a live stream like on the next block over. So like when I realized he was doing a live stream, I kind of like left my people and went over there to say what's up to him. Yeah, Senator, it's a beautiful place. They do speak English. It's a beautiful island. It's really in the middle of it's right off the east coast of Nicaragua, right? So it's almost like you would think about our Hawaii, right? It belongs to Colombia,
True.
but it's really close to Nicaragua.
I like how you put that. Our Hawaii. You're correct.
But and then another thing that Camilo was speaking on, I just want to bring up real quick, is this here, where I was actually looking into getting someone to help us with visas, right?
Right.
And she sent me. I'm trying to help someone there. Let me see if this is it.
Claro que te cuento.
Okay, this is it. So.
Claro que te cuento que la embajada aquí en Colombia está cerrada. Entonces las citas están para agosto. Ya deben de ir por ahí por lo menos en septiembre, octubre del próximo año, del 2022. Para este año no están dando visas.
So they're saying the embajada to like people, Colombians, right? I have a Colombian friend. I'm trying to help her get her visa to come here, and they're saying then they at this point, because of COVID, the slowdown, they're not even taking appointments now to like next year to 2022.
Thank you. That's what my point is.
To try to get a visa to come visit, not even move, to come visit the United States.
That's what's holding Andre and I up. That's why we haven't been to the States. That's why we already got everything set up for next year. It's the exact same reason. You're correct.
You say they're closed.
Check out. I used to work. No, I used to know. I studied business administration. You remember I told you? So, like 2 years ago, I make a course for going to become a Marine, but of cruise. So now in this moment, tomorrow I got an appointment, and I'm going to get into the cruise line to go and work and get to film the whole world and show it to our audience. But I had the problem with the visa. So what's funny, it's that only the cruise members, they're able to get the visa. I gotta go Bogota to get the visa, but only because it's special, because it's for tourists or something like that. You won't get it. Like me, in this moment, I'm doing those papers for going to get a visa. But it's horrible for people that had to wait 1.5 years for getting a visa and continue their life. So that's what I always try to say to people is that don't waste your time. Like get to live and live right. That be happy every place where you want to be. Like I'm working on this on the cruise. Because I see I'm not doing nothing here in Cali now. Because I'm from here. I have been all the time here. I want to get to know more places. But if I start waiting 1.5 years for getting the visa, it's going to be tough for me. What is supposed to do me 1.5 years?
Right. You're absolutely correct. So and what Camilo was saying, that there was a time where he worked on cruise ships. He's looking to go back to work on cruise ships because he's like, hey, that's the opportunity that he has right now. So yeah, definitely. And we were talking the other day about so if you guys are Carnival Cruise fans, hey, you might see your boy Camilo out there
I will be there.
showcasing Carnival Cruises, and I've been on 3 of them, so I love Carnival Cruise. I'm a Carnival Cruise man. My most funnest moments. Oh yeah, been on Carnival Cruises.
Now,
Yeah.
real quick, Camilo. So you worked on Carnival Cruise Lines.
I'm gonna work on it.
So
Even-
I guess
I'm in the
I guess
process.
my question is to you is that registered as a U.S. company or something out of the Caribbean? Because what I've been finding out is most U.S. based cruise lines, they're like registered in the Caribbean somewhere to avoid
I know
whatever
that Royal
taxes.
Caribbean
Taxation.
is that actually like when you're on the ocean and you work on the ocean, they're like together everything like they're,
Oh.
a crew of boats, and as visa is like the most difficult thing for working in any city, any country. They help you to get the visa as a
Okay.
work visa, so you don't get like B1, you get like C1, something like that.
Got you. So that makes sense, right? Almost like a flight attendant, right? Because sooner or later that ship is gonna dock in Miami,
Yeah,
and you
and
need that U.S.
Bahamas.
You need that. So
Yes,
that's a really good way around to get a U.S. visa.
That is.
Yeah.
That is. I know, right?
but you gotta work though.
No, you're
gotta
gonna work and you're gonna work your ass off. But
no, and even though you gotta pay for it, so I gotta pay it. But as I work,
True.
they pay me back the money that I invest. Because
this goes back. This goes back to when the live stream first started almost 2 hours ago, and you said your father spent a lot of money to put you through English school because it costs a lot to study English in Colombia.
Opportunities.
It was an investment, and you're getting a return. You're getting a return on that investment, and you will continue
That's
to
true.
because there's so many
That's
people in
true.
Colombia that don't speak English. Your English, you said it's not good. I understand everything you're saying. Your English is very good.
Thank you. I've been on Camilo about his English forever.
It's good.
I've been telling him his
yo,
English is.
yo. He even says like, "You feel me?" I'm like, "What the fuck is that?"
This the one thing about Camilo. For those of us that watched MASH growing up, and we know that Radar was the hookup man. We know that the one dude.
You way dating yourself, bro.
Dude, I'm 50. I'm 53 going on 54.
Andre, don't put my face.
Bro, Andre, when MASH came on, that means it was time for me to turn my TV off and go to sleep. When MASH came on,
True.
I was up too late.
True. Okay, for those of you that know that there's a hookup dude in every neighborhood that knows everything, that's got connections to everything, that's Camilo. He don't even realize that he's got the connection. That when he sat back a moment ago, he was like, yeah, I know some guys that like the corporate this and they own this, and we went to see the football game in the booths. That's because Camilo is the hookup dude. Camilo can take you to the dudes in the booth, to the areas in the hood that you can be all right. So when you sit back, when I'm talking about subscribe to this brother's channel, I'm telling you for a reason. I've sat back and observed the dude work. Because when we sit back, because he worked in the mall in Chippy Chape in that bar, all Americans would gravitate to that location because Camilo was the hookup dude as far as I'm in Cali. I don't know where to go as far as my Airbnb. One dude was like, I'm trying to get some phone credits for my phone and I don't know how to do it. Some people be like, I don't know how to order food. Can you help me? I know the dentist office around here, but I don't know where. Camilo. So when I tell you guys,
they feel like comfort with him because he speaks English. They feel
right,
and he's natural. It's so true. Yeah, and you're a good dude.
And I'm telling you, if you really want to have your fun and your party time, don't get it twisted. Camilo is that dude too. So realize
I know everything.
This dude is the hookup man. If I'm giving y'all my behind the scenes connection, I'm giving y'all my behind the scenes connection. This is who this dude is. So when I say subscribe to his channel, hit him up, or as far as in the description, or as far as when you watch his channel and you're like, okay, I want to make sure I reach out to him because I'm coming to Cali or I'm trying to learn some stuff about Colombia that I may not get. I'm telling you, this dude right here, he dedicates himself. You better get him before he get on one of them boats. get him on Carnival, and he goes somewhere for a couple years. But right now, I won't lie, I haven't met any Colombian unless before Camilo leaves, he'll hook me up with a new hookup dude. I haven't met any guy that has the personality that he has. And every time somebody comes in, whether it be a person with a few dollars or a person that's balling out of control, everybody gets treated equal by Camilo. And I noticed that about him. I've sat back for hours and days to sit back and watch him among people. And it's like rich people and poor people respect him evenly. And that's why I was so excited about getting him on here, because of not only his knowledge of Colombia, his own country, but because of what he can present and how he can help you guys when it comes to relocating to Colombia. And you don't have to depend only on YouTubers, including me or Jason or Carlton. There are true Colombians that can help you out, that know English, like Camilo, that can help you out in regards to if you want to relocate or if you just want to come down here and party for the weekend. Yeah, that's that hookup dude that can, yeah.
I appreciate all the comments, Andre. Yeah. I'll just be me. My dad taught me that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, do we answer more questions? Like here it says,
Let's see.
from Barranquilla, Colombia. Well, we're thinking to go to Uruguay and Paraguay or Chile because our most safe is South America. So, what I could...
Is that true? Now, is that really true? Is Uruguay and Chile more?
For me, Chile was in process long time ago. They got a nice economy, but I don't know. I don't know what they have there for tourists or for living or hard their taxes, this and that.
Because Los, you stupid. I just want to say that.
I had a coworker, right? I had a coworker at Moody Analytics with this is in 2019, before we closed the offices 2 years ago. She was from, I get them mixed up, so I don't know if it was Uruguay or Paraguay, but it was the first country in South America to legalize recreational marijuana. I think it was Uruguay. It's the one that's landlocked. It's like the only country in South America that doesn't have access to a beach. I mean, I haven't heard any. I mean, listen, there's hoods in Honduras. There's gonna be hoods in every country, right? You hear about MS-13 in El Salvador, Guatemala. Okay, so Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina. I think Vice had some specials on about Argentina, that there's some shit going on there with the counterfeit money and all that shit. I personally haven't heard anything about Uruguay or Paraguay, but I live in New York, right? So I would not walk down the street in the Bronx counting money. I wouldn't walk down the street at 2 a.m. counting money. If you don't do that in Paraguay, there's a hood everywhere, right? So what I'm trying to say is, like, if you just have your street smarts about you and you're not walking down the streets, right now, Cali, Bogota, Colombia, some cities, they're front straight in the news because of the protests and things like that. I hear what this guy's saying, but I'm saying if I went to Paraguay, and there's some YouTubers that do this, this is not my routine or not my plan, because there's some YouTubers that say I'm going to go to Ecuador, Peru, and I'm going to Bolivia. I'm going to go to the most dangerous cities. You know these guys, you know these YouTubers. And they say, hey, where's a barrio where I shouldn't go? They say, don't ever go to this barrio. Oh, that's exactly where I'm going to go because I want views. That works for them. I like my life. So I'm not going to do that. So what I'm saying is, if I go to Paraguay, I'm just not going to walk down a sketchy street counting money. That's just not a good idea. So the fact that we're not hearing about Americans or Europeans or just even high crime or protests, don't don't get misconstrued that in these countries, in the poorest barrios, that robberies is not happening. They are. I'm sure they are. That was it. Long story short.
That's good point. Excellent point, Jay. Excellent point. And a lot of people like it's safer, but I like what Camilo was about to say is it as much to do? Because you can go to a place that's safe, but it's like as soon as you get there looking at the giant turtles, you like, okay, all I saw was giant turtles.
It's like going in San Andres.
You know, right. It's only so much you can.
It's a place where you are gonna stay all like 1 year, 2 years. What you're gonna do? If it's real, the thing that you want to do every day, go and do it. But if you want to live different experience, get to live. Because for me, experience it will be everything in this life. Like you go do this tomorrow, you go do that, or you want to go party this night. You know they party here. You do this, that, everything that way. That's the way I think. But if you want something common, you want to see every day a turtle, or you want to go to this restaurant or this bar or every day, and for you it's cool, that's cool. Go ahead, we'll do it. Because
Carlos.
Oh yeah, we got Los here in the building.
You feel me?
There's a reason. There's a method to my man.
I want to thank everybody for the support that has subscribed to my channel. Love for everyone.
Yeah, Camilo,
let's give Camilo a second.
Know.
But yeah, we definitely. You see Camilo's name right there, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel.
Thank you for the people that have subscribed and the people that are watching this video. I know it's interesting, this topic. I could show you everything I could do. I know I have some videos in Spanish. I'm going to work on it to put some subtitles because I feel shy, a little bit shy. When I talk to the camera, I cannot express myself really good, but with time I will work on it. And when I make my videos, I could be talking in English to them so you could understand it as fast you could hear it and you don't have to read. Right.
Yo, brother Camilo, I appreciate that. Yo, brother Camilo, I tell you, your English is good. Come up here to New York. Come up here to New York for like 4 months, and then you really good.
I think Cruz is gonna help me a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna interact with a lot of
Let's introduce Crypto King.
We got Crypto King in the building.
In the building, baby.
I'm gonna tell you guys something now before I'm going to do the long introduction, but not too long. If you guys are trying to get on crypto, because this dude, I'm put it out there. This dude has helped make me a lot of money. So I'll put it out there. I didn't know about crypto as much as I thought I did until I came across Crypto King. I knew Los already, but I didn't know that he was really into crypto the way that he was. And he has kept me from making a lot of mistakes when it comes to cryptocurrency and helped me make a lot of money when it comes to cryptocurrency. So when he say he Crypto King, he's not just putting it out there as like, hey, I'm Crypto King. He really does make sure that travelers are starting to make money to be able to travel. You catch that? That's what he's there for. And he's there to be there for you guys, not only to set an example of a guy that came to Colombia, fell in love, good family, good atmosphere, good example of how you're supposed to do it, good woman, but not only that, he's trying to show you how to make the money to be able to do these things through cryptocurrency. So that's why we're excited to have Los, and plus the brother just got his visa in the building. So I'm excited for that brother getting his visa, man. I don't know what to do.
My guy, congrats.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. So man, appreciate the introduction. You know what I'm saying? I think Mr. Spence was giving me too much credit there. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You feel me? But I'll take it for what it's worth. And just briefly, you can subscribe to the channel Crypto King if you haven't already. And I appreciate that. All the support that you guys have. Jason, I see you, man. You about that life, man. Listen. Check this out. I got a Blockchain Brothers WhatsApp group. I started this group maybe a month and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanna talk more crypto, and I'm talking about straight crypto only, because that's all we talk about in the group, Jason. Saying you can just holler at me on the side. You know what I'm saying? Or as a matter of fact, you can get my contact information from Andre. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be able to hook you up with it. So you can reach out to him on his email, and then he can send you my contact information like that. Or you can just reach out to CryptoKingLos@gmail.com. CryptoKingLos.
LOS, yeah.
Exactly. And that's also the same tag on Instagram, Crypto King Los. You know what I'm saying, on Instagram. But anyhow,
that's
enough
true,
of that.
John.
Cryptus, I'm a scammer, watch out. Yeah, man, and that's what I teach on my channel, man, how to avoid those pitfalls. What Andre was telling, you know what I'm saying, telling y'all just a moment ago, you know, about helping people to try to not make mistakes as a beginner. That's my sole focus on my channel. Well, not my sole focus, but it's basically to help beginners miss those pitfalls, look at the right type of projects, not no freaking Dogecoin and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's what I do there. And you know, I'm excited to be on the show. Thanks for having me on the platform. Jason, I see you out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. And I guess I don't know how you say your name. Camilo.
Oh, you said so? I told you.
I ain't wanna butcher your name like that, man. So you know, so man, I salute both of y'all individuals. I'm just walking into my apartment. You know what I'm saying? I've been gone from my apartment from 3 o'clock this afternoon, you know what I'm saying? So I had me a nice little time out in Bogota because they didn't open up the city a little bit. They shutting everything down at 11 though. But you know what I mean? It's just want to
oh yeah, you was at that rooftop spot.
Yeah, I'm in Bogota right now. Yeah, I'm in Bogota.
Yeah, that rooftop spot was looking very nice.
Brother, let me tell you, know what I'm saying? Y'all make your way to Bogota. I got a couple spots I could take you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And as an American, for some reason here in Bogota, because I stand out, because I live in the Chapinero area, and here, you know what I mean, like I stick out like a sore thumb. Like they really know that I'm a gringo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I embraced it. And because I've embraced it and I try to be friendly with the people I come into contact with, you know what I'm saying? They treat me just like a regular person here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no favoritism, but it definitely ain't no, what do you call it? When they talking, yeah, that bias. Yeah. So it's none of that going on, man. So I'm happy to be here. I'm just trying to get used to this 50-degree weather every day. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because you from Tampa too.
Yeah.
Now you have
Florida, baby.
And that overcast.
Man, listen, the humidity, bro. It's the humidity. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my blood was so used to that over all these years, and then coming to a place, you know what I'm saying, where it's, you know, it's cool. It was actually a good day today. It was 66 earlier, but shoot, when that sun go down, man, it get kind of cool.
That's the only thing about Bogota I did not like. I won't lie, because I was born and raised big city, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Atlanta, a short stint in Atlanta. So I'm used to bigger cities. I got to Bogota when we finally went. I was like, oh man, this is me. That cold hit me. I was like, oh no, this ain't me no more. No. I realized I was in Tampa for so long that I was not used to that. And it's not cold, but it's that like chill that get into your bones. It's like sneak into your bones, man.
Yeah, it's that kind of cold, because I be sitting in here in my apartment with my jacket on sometimes, man. I go to sleep. But I don't run no heater. See, Jason, you laughing because you from New York and you laughing like cold. You know what I'm saying? 50 degrees is cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when
he said he in the house with his jacket on.
Yeah, but right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm short sleeved up right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd have got a few threw a couple back, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. So I got my blood warm a little bit. I don't drink to be getting all where I can't function, because I had to walk myself. I had to walk myself home 15 minutes from where I was at. So I gotta pay attention, man. And I ain't been out this late in Bogota never since I've been here. I've been here a month. You know what I'm saying? So you know, but I'm enjoying my time here. Oh yeah, and just to touch on,
what places have you been in Bogota?
Well, tonight, what Jason was just alluding to, I dropped a couple videos in the chat. I mean, in our WhatsApp groups or whatever. He talking about Odom. That's a little rooftop nightclub. You know, the atmosphere was kind of mixed. They got you know, regular straight people, you know what I'm saying, alternative lifestyle people, and you know what I mean, and just I seen some gothics walking in there when I was leaving up out of there, you know, and then I went into one of the other little private rooms, you know what I'm saying, to go talk to a couple of my friends and stuff that I met on the street a while ago. And you know, and then I'm gonna go see this spot called Andres. I think that's what the name of it is tomorrow in yeah,
that of a singer from here from Colombia.
Oh really?
Andres Cepeda. And
that's my dude.
Yeah, he's
that's
the owner.
My dude. That's Andre. Hey, Andre is like the slow jam. Every video, Andre ain't got no shoes on, all feet.
Really?
It don't matter if his video he in a grocery store. Am I lying, Camilo?
That's true.
He could be walking through the grocery store like Dre. Why you ain't got no shoes on? When I first started studying Spanish, in my Spanish female friends from Colombia was like, listen to this guy, Andre Cepeda. And that's my dude. I started memorizing his songs because they're slower, smoother. So it's not like reggaeton, because reggaeton is less like rap music in the States is broken up. So you don't want to learn Spanish from reggaeton. But his music is just so smooth, like for the ladies, or if you like cleaning up the house, or if you just like driving in the car from the club and you don't want to hear that crazy. Andre Cepeda is just, this dude is so smooth, got his glasses, curly hair, just a cool, the dude making his money.
Well, if they name the club after him, then I'm gonna go check that out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's that dude. It's real smooth, man. That's my number one in Colombia. My number one dude as far as music. I listen to his
he done went and pulled it up.
Oh, shit.
He done pulled up the vidi.
There you go. Camilo pulled it up.
That's my dude right there. Man, he don't never have no shoes on. He just take his shoes off. Like he Patti LaBelle up there.
Oh my gosh.
And his music is soft. It's like romantic.
It's smooth, man, like a smooth jazz, man.
Yes.
That's right up Los alley.
Exactly. Look at that.
Los put that jazz on. Los like to get it going.
Yeah, that's what
early in the morning.
You already know.
Andre Cepeda, man, that's my dude right there.
I love to
That's
drink.
my dude right there.
Listening to him it makes me relax, chill.
Mellow.
You're with your girl, you could drink a wine, something like that. It's really
like
romantic.
That. In the States, he'd be like back in the day, like Michael Franks. He's just a really smooth voice, really smooth dude, and his music is universal. So you don't feel like it's just Colombia when you listen. If you just listen to he's one of those performers that you will listen to him sing. But the instrumental of he's like Earth, Wind, and Fire. You like the instruments just as much as you like the singers. That's how Andre Cepeda is. His instruments are like how can I say? I forgot the brother name. His instruments, his horns, and his background is tight. But that's how Andre is. The instruments and the guys that play the instruments, you're hearing such clarity. But at the same time, you got this dude that sing with such a smooth voice. You like, I'm gonna get some pussy tonight. I'm gonna throw this dude on. She arguing, but I'm gonna throw my man on. She about to bow down at night. I'm gonna listen to her just slow down with that argument. That's Andre Cepeda.
You can't go wrong with that type of music, man.
Yeah, that's Andre, man. I kid you not. That dude is so smooth. All his music like that. Nothing really over the top, upbeat, You ain't gonna salsa to his music. Ain't no reggaeton. It's for grown audiences only. That's baby making music in Colombia right there. That's my dude right there.
That's what I needed to hear. Then I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna look up his music
right there.
Because I just came from the club talking about.
That's Bogota.
That's that shit all night.
Yeah, that's Bogota.
You get that techno shit. Yeah.
But it was cool. It was cool. It was a different vibe.
It's cool. Yeah.
Hey, somebody got a question for you guys. What's the dress code for the clubs and bars in South America? What's the dress code?
What is his name? Homie Ojaba. Hey, listen, Ojaba. I got on. You see what my t-shirt say? Made in Colombia, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what I went to the club with. I went to the club in t-shirt. This what I was in. I didn't have no regular nothing on. You know what I'm saying? T-shirt and some jeans. I got some black jeans on. I mean, they don't bother you. Well, at least the places that I've been to, they don't bother
Right.
you about no dress code around here, man. You walk up in there with shorts and flops on, but I wouldn't necessarily do that, especially if you're looking for, you know what I'm saying, a date or something like that. But you know me, I ain't really on that like that. You know what I'm saying? I just be going to have a good time and stuff.
That's
so
right.
I just throw on what I got on and they let me right in, man. So, you know what I'm saying? That's from my perspective. I don't know about, you know, Jason and Camilo.
What I could tell.
Yeah, no,
it depends.
I'll defer to Los because yeah, he's on the ground. Like I said, I haven't been there for a while.
Okay, it depends. Oh, do it.
Go ahead, Camila.
Okay, for me, like it depends where you go. There are some fancy places that you had a dress.
Like the living, like the mega area, like over by Wiley.
yeah, but normally clubs they let you go inside with a jean and a t-shirt, like that he goes. And what else I could tell you, like they don't put that much problem. Like Bogota is so cold that if you go with a jacket, but a nice jacket, they will let you go inside whatever you want.
Yeah, because I had a jacket on just a moment ago. You know what I'm saying? I took it off after I started drinking because I ain't need it, you know what I'm saying? But it is kind of cool.
I think it's called La Calera, a place that is in Bogota.
Uh-huh.
And it looks similar here, like San Antonio, Andre.
Right.
So it's a like culture place where you could walk, and get to see the contemporary places from here, from Colombia. Like they made bareque. I don't know how to say bareque in English. So they're colonial places where you should go. It's nice restaurants. Like I want to talk about this. It's gonna blow minds from some people. Like when you go Bogota, you gotta taste changua and ajiaco. I don't know if King Crypto have tasted this gastronomic food.
No, I haven't.
You have to, because it's like the typical plate of Bogota that you should taste. If you come here to Cali, you gotta taste fritanga, like empanadas, chicharrón.
That's right.
If you go like Cartagena, you gotta taste like carimañola. We got sectors of different type of
food,
of gastronomic things.
Yeah.
You go Medellin is in bandeja paisa, arepa. You feel me? Like
yeah. Well, yo tengo desayuno de colombiano todos los días o tres días en una semana. So you know what I'm saying? I have had Colombian dishes. I just said I eat Colombian breakfast every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, you know, I'm for the viewers out there who might not know, I'm practicing my Spanish because now I find myself going back. I'm flipping back and forward from English to Spanish because what you guys in the chat, you know what I'm saying? If you come to another country, you know what I'm saying? Try to learn the language, what's in the country, man. Listen, because I could tell you right now in Colombia, if I didn't put forth any type of effort to learn this language, I'd be up the damn creek without a paddle, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. You know, you want to know basic phrases, you know, and then those basic phrases can turn into sentences along the way. And that's what's really been helping me, man, because I'm here. I'm practically alone. My lady lives in Cartagena, and then we got another setup in the country of Colombia. So she only comes to Bogota maybe once a month, you know what I'm saying? And for 4, 5, 6, 7 days or whatever. But if she didn't practice with me on the phone and I didn't submerge myself within the culture here, then it'll be really, really, really difficult to come here and try to move and live here full time. So my point of all of this is that if you're going to make a jump to another country, whether it be Brazil, learn Portuguese, you know what I'm saying? If you go to Germany, learn German, you know what I'm saying? If you come to any Latin America country, learn Spanish, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to take you a long, long way. And then the other thought of it is that I got a teaching job, right? And part of my communication with the staff, I have to formulate a English email and a Spanish email because the people here just don't speak English. But my recruiter is an American. So, you know, in order to communicate with everybody, I got to do it like that, man. So basically everything that I'm doing is forcing me to have to learn the language. So,
right.
you know,
Amen. Amen, brother Los. Yeah, I agree 100%. And you're only helping yourself in the process, right?
Yeah.
So it's all good.
So, you know, that's the one thing that I'm learning here, the culture, the people. I mean, I know we've seen a lot of videos and stuff of, you know, the dangerous stuff that's been taking place here in the country and stuff like that. But overall, I don't necessarily think that that's the people here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I've been running into. Oh yeah, Chris Kaufman talking about some Google Translator is king. And them people don't be wanting to see that, man. You know what I'm saying? They laugh at you when you pull out Google Translator.
Actually,
You know
we will
what?
laugh. We will laugh. We will laugh. This is true.
Yeah.
Actually,
Like that only can go so far.
No, it's funny because
That-
we see that technology change everything. So you laugh. It's like, what? Now he don't have to learn Spanish. He just go and
Camilo is actually right about that because I got laughed at twice.
Yeah.
That's true.
Twice.
You pull that translator out. It used to be a time when you could, but that time has passed. That time has passed when it was cute because it was brand new, because the app was brand new. So it was cute when me and Jason could pull it out. But you guys, y'all can't pull it out. Y'all can't do what we did when we first got here. It was cool when we did it because it was like new technology. Like, oh, he tried. Now it's a wrap.
It's funny. Man, believe what Camilo just told you. They laugh at you around here. You doing that, man.
And you know what? I want to give like a main detail from what you say that people don't know English here. Actually, the high class knows English.
True.
And because they have money for invest that in you.
Tutors.
In tutors, in good schools, private schools, university, a lot of things. And even though you gotta want to learn English, because if you don't put up your part, you're not gonna learn. But people here, it's tough. It's tough for them to learn English. And as the protest that they're doing at this moment, a lot of people don't get the money for going to school, so they take bad decisions. They don't got the like intellectual place that make you think a different way. So
is it okay to consider you high class?
Good one, Los.
Because I'm sitting here listening to his conversation like this guy knows English. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's like there's a lot of people that their parents have make a lot of effort so they could pay for us the school. There are scholarships also here, but are not like at the US. They give you like 10% of scholarship, 20. That's it. It's not like 80 or something like that. Even though there are a lot of people that know in English, but the people that know English that are from here, from Colombia, in reality, go to the US because they know they don't do money here.
Yeah.
So we gotta go. Because then they make money and they come back and retire. That's
true.
What we were talking about at the start of the life. So my dad invests a lot in me and my brothers, because my brothers also know English. So it works a lot of it. So
yeah,
that's a good point.
Gangsta King, man, you gotta check out the show from last week when Andre was talking about that subject you just talked about. He did a whole show on that last week. He asked a question about it.
About the gentleman that passed on, Timothy Reed.
Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier, Gangsta King, in regards to Timothy. That's why we're actually doing this episode, to give you guys some truths before you come to Colombia. It's not bad truths, but just basic truths that other YouTubers aren't giving you guys. They're giving you the image of you can come to Colombia and all the women are going to fall all over you. And they're just gonna claw all over you. You don't need to know any Spanish ever. Now, you don't have to know Spanish to come here, correct? But you got to be on the journey of at least saying, okay, now it's time for me to start learning and pick up, like Lo said, conversational Spanish. You got to sit back and realize that guys say here, well, when I come to Colombia and the food, like one gentleman said, the food is bland. You have to realize that in Colombia, they don't have to hide the original taste of a lot of foods and meats behind heavily seasoned foods. I'll tell you what I mean. We blacks in the United States, it's slavery. Let's go to the 1850s, right before slavery ended in 1880s, right? Your people got to eat hog maw. They got to eat what's that? The intestines that they call
Chitlins.
Chitlins. Now we got to take intestines and then we got to clean it and clean it and clean it. And you want it to taste like it's a palatable food. So you put season on it. You're eating the rib part that massa don't think is good. So now you're eating, but you're seasoning heavy. So we as African Americans, and even as Americans in general these days, we're used to heavily salted food, seasoning salt, Lorry seasoning salt. We're used to heavily, then we come to a place that says it really don't take all that. Maybe a little salt, a little bit of pepper. And we look at Colombia like there's something wrong with their food. It's bland. No, they don't hide the original taste of avocado. They don't hide the original taste of a banana or the original taste of plantains or the original taste of the meats that you should taste. You paying all that money in the States for a steak and it's got so much seasoning on it and you think that it's good. You aren't even tasting the steak or the ribs.
You have to come. You have
like
to
in Colombia, they don't put barbecue sauce a lot on their ribs. They like to taste the barbecue chicken the way that it is.
And let me tell you,
go ahead.
One of the points that you was making, you know what I'm saying, about, you know, the guy who passed away, he was opening up a restaurant talking about spicy fish and ribs. And I heard you say that he wasn't even thinking good enough because the people here don't eat spicy food, right? Oh. So I can second that because my lady, you know what I'm saying, we went out to like maybe the north part of Bogota a few weeks ago, and we went to her family people house or whatever. So they was out there barbecuing and stuff because I had showed up and stuff like that. But then they walked out there. She told them that I like spicy food. So when they brought it out, this hot ass, you know what I'm saying, but it was unopened. You know what I'm saying? Like it had been sitting there for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they opened it for me and I damn near ate half of the bottle or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? It was hot as hell too. But everybody was standing around in a circle watching me eat this on top of the yuca. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why is everybody watching me? And they looking at me with crazy looking faces like, this guy's loco. He's eating all this hot ass spicy food. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's what I do. It's what I do.
Right. It's not that palate. It's not that palate.
Yeah, they don't eat spicy food at all. Like they was literally standing there in a circle around me, watching me eat the spices on top of yuca. And I'm sitting there eating it like, where the water at? You know what I'm saying? Right. But everybody's standing there like, oh my gosh, he's really eating it. Yeah, so they don't do the spicy food down here at all. Yeah. And the other thing that I do like is that when I love Colombian soups, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it, Pastor. Now you're preaching.
Oh.
I have never liked soups this much.
Bro, I'm talking about I had
lentil soups. This soup, that soup.
Sopa de pescado, sopa de pollo, sopa, everything, every kind of soup you can think about, man.
That's
I'm
true.
Like, say, man, how in the world y'all just let it simmer in this pot this long, and it's just you could taste all the spices. Then, man, look here, y'all don't know what y'all missing, man. For y'all who travel to Colombia and y'all be off up in the tourist areas and y'all stay in the tourist areas. You know what I'm saying? What I would tell you to do is, you know, find you a local that you can trust. I ain't talking about no random chica, a local that you can trust because if you come here to Colombia a lot, you have no choice but to build friendships Like
True.
the first couple of friendships that I built was with my taxi driver, my private taxi driver. Like I literally have a private taxi driver in Cartagena. And then my barber. And they was the ones who told me about certain things and places to go and what to get. And then, you know, my lady, you know what I'm saying? She, obviously, by her being from here, she know too.
That's right.
So I got all three of those instantly. And then that put me in my mind frame like, well, shucks, I don't want to eat at these restaurants. You know what I'm saying? I want to eat at some real Colombian food,
That's
the people
right.
that cook in
right.
the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's better. You know what I mean? And you get more. They feed the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
The coconut rice, bro.
The coconut rice.
Oh,
my goodness.
man. So Jason, I felt kind of bad for you when you was in Medellin last year when we was in Colombia at the same time, and you kept on talking about rappy. I'm like, man, Jason need him a lady.
I was stuck. I was stuck out there, and you were stuck with wifey, and I was like, damn, I'm stuck here.
Yes, but it's all good though, because you've been to Colombia, so you know. I know you know about all the, you know what I'm saying, traditional.
Yeah, I made it. I made it do what it do, but I got through it.
But you know, it's like that.
And now going back to Andre Spence's one of his questions is like, who's going back? I'm going back. I'm going back to Colombia as soon as I can. The double whammy, right, with the COVID cases, and you know, I had health issues last year, but also with the protests. I'm going back to Colombia probably in the next 2 months. I'll probably be back in Medellin in July. So that was one of the questions Andre asked. You know, I'm not putting up for a year. I'm not doing that. I'll be there soon.
Man, you might as well start working on a visa for yourself, bro. You be here.
I am. No. I am. I'm gonna work. The fact that listen, I'm gonna hit you up on the back end because listen, you got your shit so quickly. Listen, yeah.
Man, listen, man. All my situation, everything that y'all been seeing is not me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a higher power doing all this. Because first of all, let me tell you this. You know what I'm saying? I actually thought that my visa wasn't going to get approved because I had a little situation back in the States, and I don't know what type of background checks they do. You know what I'm saying? So that little 3rd-degree felony I have, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to hinder that process. It ain't have shit to do with nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
And that's really all I had on my background.
You know what? Let's not go past that. I know you're about to go to a point, and I don't want you to forget your point.
Yeah,
but what you said was so profound. There's a lot of males in the United States that don't think that they can get passports, visas, because of we lived in the early 2000 era, the mid 2000 era, the late 2000. For my case, it was the late 80s, early 90s. And they think that they're past because you may have numbers. But listen, it would not be an Andre sitting over here if it was about the numbers. Because I was thugged out. The Andre that everybody knows, smiling and nice veneer and all this. I was that dude. I was not the person that you want your sister to date, and dad wanted the daughter to date. And so, because I was always in and out of somebody's kind of jail. I was anybody that knows me, I'm gonna go ahead and be transparent for this audience, just in case you hadn't watched some of our past videos. I did 10 years fed. I'm gonna let that sink in. 10 years in federal prison in the United States. So a lot of people see me now and they're like, wow, he's so articulate, he's so nice, he's so professional. I could never see him as a thug. Well, that's one of the greatest compliments that you can give me. The reason why I'm transparent with my testimony is to let you guys know if you have a past, it's past. Go ahead and apply for that passport. Don't let that fool you. The only time you can be stopped from getting your passport is A, you're in the middle of a case right now. B, you're on probation. Or C, you're on parole. So if you're not in the middle of a case or probation or parole, get your passport.
Or D, don't forget about D. You know what I'm saying? If you insert a certain amount of arrears for child support.
Absolutely correct. If you are in certain, and every state is different. For example, my uncle who just left here, he had been paying child support. He's got grandkids, and but the way child support works, they only want a certain amount per month, and so even if you want to pay it off, there's still a certain amount per month. So even in the state of Michigan, it's under $1,000. So once he got under 1,000 to 99, he went ahead and applied for his passport. And guess where he just left? He just left here a couple weeks ago. So once you find out I'm glad you brought that up, Los. Once you hit that threshold of $1 under, go ahead and apply for your passport. Yeah, I think Indiana is like $750 for some people. I think other states are like $2,000. Once you get under that $2,000 by $1, apply for your passport. So don't let child support hold you up from getting your passport. Absolutely correct. I'm glad that you brought that up for individuals that know Los, that they can get there's no excuse. If thugged out dudes like me, it's people that are still wiping my shoe print off their windowsill. That's what I'm saying. From all the B&Es that I was into. Please. So at the end of the day, if I could change, you could change. And at the end of the day, you guys can still get your passports and travel. That's one of the reasons why we have Love Crossing Borders, to tell you guys the real story of how to do it. So, and just like these gentlemen right here are sharing their testimonies of, hey, everybody got a pass, everybody that done something, and you sit back, you see this man Los, who is a crypto king, and you sit back, you see this man Jason, you see this man Camilo, that are all men doing great things with families. If they can do it, you can definitely do it.
Oh, trust me, that is facts, bro. Because I got accused of one of the worst crimes you can get accused for. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm in a whole nother country, brother. So don't let none of that stuff deter you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely correct.
At all. You know what I mean? Because where there's a will, there's a way, man. You know what I'm saying? I think the biggest thing is that, you got to know what you want to do. You got to line up all your scenarios and knock them down one by one until you get to your goal. That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who was in those WhatsApp groups and stuff that I was a part of, they literally watched me for an entire year.
True.
You know what I'm saying? From the time I got caught in Colombia last March 15th, you know what I'm saying, all the way to Father's Day when I made it back to the stateside. You know what I'm saying? From that point on, everybody's been watching my journey to where I am today. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no smooth road all the way along the way. I had bumpy roads. You know what I'm saying? Me and my lady friend not my lady friend, my queen. Me and her, we don't have, you know what I'm saying? We don't have rosy days every freaking day. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Because a woman gonna be a woman regardless, and you gonna be a man you gonna be a man if you're a man.
That's right.
It's simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all of the mistakes that I made in America with my previous marriage and other relationships and other things that don't have anything to do with a relationship, all those mistakes I made, I took and said, you know what? I'm not making that same mistake again. So what do I have to do in order to make sure that my goals are attained? And the first thing is, you know what I'm saying, looking at all the scenarios that got me in a bad position and doing different. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing I would tell anybody who's looking to relocate to another country, man. You got to set yourself up, learn from your mistakes, don't repeat them, and then line up all your goals, knock them down one by one, man. That's what that's all I could tell you.
All right. In closing, because Los just gave his close. In closing, what advice would you give a person? We're going to go with Jason, then we're going to go to Camilo, because Camilo got some great information that he's been sharing too. But Jay, in closing, what advice would you give somebody? Listen, I'm your boy. We're in the barbershop. I'm your boy. I'm your main man, 50 grand. We've been down like basements, man. And I'm about to come to Colombia for the first time, or I'm really thinking about relocating to Colombia. What advice would you give a person in regards to either coming for their first time or relocating to Colombia?
Okay, so I would say visiting for the first time is like reach out to a couple of people that have been there before. What was your experience? How did things go? Um, that's it for first experience, right? Okay. Now, if you plan on relocating, no, you absolutely have to live there for like a year. So even with the visa program the way it is, you can only be there for 6 months. Go there for 6 months, and then go back to the US, and then go back to Colombia for 6 months again. But you need a year on the ground to understand, because these things happen. The marches happen, um, and you need to understand as okay, well, I make enough. I have enough money saved up that this march doesn't affect me. But still, try to go out and figure out, does this affect you? Oh shit, I couldn't get into the supermarket. It did affect you. It affected you. I tried to order Uber. I couldn't get one, or it took an hour. It affected me. So that's my thing. If you're thinking about living there, moving there permanently, figure out some kind of way where you could just go there and live there for like 6 months and see if you can relate to the actual locals. And
You look like you ready to get you some sleep in, Jay.
no, I'm good.
Okay. You look like you ready to get some sleep.
I got a belated birthday person coming from Boston, so she's on her way coming from Boston.
Okay, a little something.
She'll be here in New York in like in an hour. So
all right.
But yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah.
All right, we got Camilo, man. Camilo, a person coming down to Colombia for the first time, or they're trying to, or somebody that's coming to visit Colombia. What advice do you have for them? Because you meet people coming from the States all the time. Okay. Even when I'm sitting there, I see Camilo's meeting people. I remember one time it was just American on this side, and Americans on this side, and Americans on that side, and one Canadian. And I'm looking, so remember? So I'm looking like, so he's got stories for everybody of everyone's experience. So what advice do you have for people?
Okay, well, my point of view in this moment, when you talk about people trying to come the first time for Colombia, first of all, as I have been talking about all the life, you first got to know what experience you want to get. So that you got to search for it. Like, check out for that are our channels. Like, we could go to a channel of Andre, and you could see how is Cartagena. You could go and check out some YouTubers. Like me, I got Cartagena, Bogota, Desert, Medellin, that explain everything, like details of the experience, because that's what you want to know about what place you should come of Colombia. Like, as we were telling you, like, if you want to go party, having a great time, cheap places, getting into nature, I will suggest you to come like to Cali, because Cali is capital of salsa. You go not every night. This is false, but you have some days to go party. Also, I have known a lot of people that go to bar and they come to make tea, and when they get to know the real Colombia, they don't want to leave. They want to stay, get to know the culture, their food. They get in love with the food, because a lot of people come for food. It's funny, boy. They come only for eating and then they leave. And the suggest is to get to know what place you want to go. If you want to go Cartagena, that is a place like contemporary. Now, where you were talking about come to living, you gotta sit down and get to know the real city you want to be and what money you are making for living here. Because you're all gonna open a restaurant like this, this dude that he was gonna open a restaurant and all these things, you might don't get the money that you invest, because economy is different here. Like every city has a different type of way of having economy. I have a friends, one from New York and another one from London. They get to meet each other here in Cali, and they open a bar. And see, they had that bar like 2 or 3 years, no, 2 or 3 months, and they broke. Why? Because they try to bring some prices that were from the states,
Right.
and people here don't give like that much value for small details. Sometimes here want to party more, or want like uh happy hours cocktails. They want something fast. They don't want like too much fancy, because people here they don't, they're not that much fancy people. They are really humble.
That's right.
So I don't know, when you're coming to Colombia, you gotta know what you want. If you want to go like party, if you want to go party and beach, go San Andres. That's the thing that I will tell you. You're gonna come to look for girls. Could be maybe Medellin, Cali, but you gotta take the things that we already said on the live.
Right. Take the advice.
The advice. What else I could tell you? There are too much places here that could change your point of view, your way of thinking. The culture from here makes you be more human as person. And what else I could tell you? Like, come to Colombia, live the experience. It's a nice
There we
country.
go. There we go.
You forgot one thing. Forgot one thing, Camilo. Don't come here thinking like no American.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You gotta adapt to the culture. You gotta adapt to
the culture. All right, guys. The last bit of advice that I would give a person is just like the gentlemen have just said, in regards to knowing what your income is, knowing what your goal is when you get here. Is your goal to fall in love? Is your goal to party? Is your goal to find a quiet place in the farm areas and build a finca or have a finca? Or do you want to live in the big cities? You have to know where you want to live. Do not, I repeat, do not follow what you've seen others do. Just because Carlos is doing great in his situation, that may not be what God plan is for you. Some situations are good plans, but not God plan. So learn from his insight. But if you are a person that you really like quiet farm area, like Andre and I, go to Armenia, Manizales, Pareda. They're not too far from the big city, but they're far enough away where you can enjoy quietness. Do that. If you are a person that likes ocean and like the beach life, then you go to Cartagena, go to Armenia, those areas, San Andreas, Santa Marta. Absolutely correct. So make sure. No, not yet. But
you'll always find me in San Andres.
Right. And so make sure that you don't make the mistake. And the reason why we said this, guys, I'm being real. Do not follow the pattern of these YouTubers that's fooling y'all dudes. That's telling y'all these half stories and got y'all thinking that y'all can come down here and rub the bottle and this beautiful female genie gonna pop out and answer all your wishes. First of all, in Colombia, women expect you to be masculine. You expect them to be feminine, right? You like that the Colombian women, they so feminine with their skirts and their dresses and how they act. They don't act masculine. Okay, cool. Colombian women expect you to be a man. If you see her, she gonna look at you all day long, but she ain't about to walk up on you. You better walk up. Am I right, Los?
Dead serious.
She's waiting for you to be a man. It ain't the States where you can sit back, you that dude in the corner, but you so smooth with it. The ladies come to you. This ain't that.
The only girl that will go at that way will be a whore.
Thank you,
and
Pastor.
listen, you took the thought right out of my brain.
Thank you, Pastor. The only women that's gonna come and walk up on you is the money makers.
Exactly.
That's
they looking for that, because they looking for them dollars. That's why.
Absolutely correct. So when I sit back and I say that these YouTuber dudes are selling y'all a part of the story, I didn't say that they're lying. The whole story is not, the story that they're giving is not true. I'm telling you that it's so many YouTubers here in Colombia now, and they're all telling the same story. They come to Cali, the Cali curves. I made that word up. I made that word up and made a video of it 3 years ago and sent it to the dudes. Jason, am I lying?
Yeah, no, you're not lying.
I made Cali curves up. So when you hear dudes say it's Cali curves, they don't know nothing about Cali curves. They can care less about that. They want to sell you a lie. When you hear YouTubers talk about Medellin or Cartagena, they only tell you the clock tower. Go to Medellin at Los. Am I lying?
Man, look here, man. And Cartagena is my second home away from Tampa. You know what I'm saying? And I already know, man. Listen, if you come talking about anybody talking about Cartagena and they bring up the clock tower, I turn my ears off.
Absolutely correct. Or they want to tell you to go to Medellin where Jason goes, and they want to tell you to go down to Parque Yeris because all the ladies. Thank you. They only tell you a small part of the Colombian experience. So when you are ready to move to Colombia or visit Colombia for the first time, reach out to one of us. Let us know, hey, listen, I'm coming to Colombia for the first time. Hit us up in the comment sections of our channel. We read our comment sections. So at the end of the day, before we leave, I want to make sure that I plug everybody's channel.
Yeah, we do. We do. I haven't been to Parque Jettas, and the last 6 times I've been to Medellin. I don't even go there anymore. I don't go there anymore.
Bored. That's true.
Well,
yeah,
you're a regular now, so why go to the tourist area?
Exactly. Absolutely. I do. I'm a Laureles. I do other shit. I don't go to Parque Jettas anymore.
Man, the last time I was in Cartagena, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, was my first time going to the clock tower, and I've been to Cartagena 5 times. You know what I'm saying? And and the longest was a 3-month link stay. You know what I'm saying? And I only been to the clock tower 1 time. You know what I'm saying? So, that just tells you where my mind frame at. And brothers, man, Andre just dropped some sauce on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all listening to that, all y'all people out there, man. Listen, like he said, the YouTubers, they telling you the same story. Shit is not like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why people come down here
for likes and clicks.
Yeah,
for likes and clicks.
But the actual road travelers, people that really want to go travel to get doing some culture and shit like that, they understand that there's more to Cartagena than Clock Tower. There's more than Medellin than Parque Jettas.
True.
There's more than that.
Colombia has too much nature and culture for showing to tourists. Is the true shit.
Yeah,
it's so much to do, and there's so many good women that want to do it along with you. That's the part that they never tell you. These other YouTubers never tell you that there are so many good women and so many good men that want to show you their country, and you can have your fun, and you can get it in, and you can go back home on that plane in 3 days or 5 days, and you feel like, man, I can't wait to go back to Colombia.
Yeah,
but what these dudes tell you,
you can have a great day trip. A great day trip.
Thank you. These dudes are getting you set up. They get you set up for the setback.
And what Andre just told y'all, he just told y'all, you know what I'm saying, about the women. They expect you to be a man. Listen, bro, listen, the first time I encountered that situation was with my lady. You know what I'm saying? And one of the situations that made me, she was walking behind me. And, in the States, I'm used to my ex-wife walk beside me. You know what I'm saying? And I say, well, why are you walking behind me? And she told me, because you the leader. That shit had to resonate with me for a second. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, my gosh. You know what I'm saying? She handed me her bank cards and shit, the whole, and I'm like, man, there ain't no woman in the States doing nothing like this. So the point is that these women expect you to be the man, but when you step up and you're the man, then you can get the chicks to come talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you are the exotic person here as an American. You know what I'm saying? You're the exotic. You know what I mean? So like I was at the bar earlier, and one chick, she say she was from El Poblado, Jason. You know what I'm saying? But
I saw what she said. She broke up with her boyfriend from Medellin, and she was in Bogota for the weekend.
For the
I
weekend.
saw on the other group chat.
And gave me her number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I could have took advantage of her tonight, but you know what I'm saying? I try to fly straight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna get on here in front. It's 11:30 or 11:45. I ain't finna call that girl over here to my house. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I don't want her to know where I live at. I don't even damn where she live. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a setup, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who she came here with. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. So,
but
whatever.
You did your part. You went out in the streets and you interacted with the
showing
people.
myself friendly as a friendly male. And because of that, she said, oh, well, she noticed because I wear gold caps, gold teeth sometimes. She noticed that. And that's what made her come over there. Oh, I like your gold teeth. You know, blah, blah, blah. So we started talking. That's how I got to know what she was doing here and stuff like that. But the point is, what Andre said earlier, just be a man, bro. You ain't got to come down here with all that extra shit. Even if you came down here on a 3, 4, 5 day trip, you don't have to go the route that Camilo just described as what they run up to. You know what I'm saying? The Paymaster Poppy. You know what I mean? Shit. Look here, bro. Just be yourself. Be a man. Open your mouth and try to have a conversation. You'll go a long way by doing
that.
Absolutely correct, guys. Absolutely correct. So somebody had a statement for you, Los, in regards to your email address. Is that it? Is that correct?
CryptoKingLos@gmail.com. Crypto King Carlos. I'm sorry. CryptoKingCarlos at gmail.com.
Yeah. So add this CAR in front of the Los.
I'm sorry, Jason, but make sure you hit me up because I know you hit me up on that crypto tip. You know what I'm saying? I got a website being built. I'm just letting y'all know what it is because that's why I've been slow with my channel. I've been putting out lives once a week, but I got a website that's being built by one of the brothers actually in the group. You know what I'm saying? In the WhatsApp group, you know, and
what's up, man.
So, you know, I'm gonna have a variety of things on there, small teachings, ways to get in contact with me, a consulting page, because nowadays I find my phone blowing up and I'm on the phone with people 30, 45 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Killing my time. But I want to help people, but I want to be compensated for my time too. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I do.
You should be.
Shoot. So it'll be a small fee, but the fee that you'll pay for the consultation is gonna be much more valuable than, you know what I'm saying, paying the little fee. So
you better hit Crypto King up for his consultation time. Mine is $100 an hour. So if you ain't got $100, you can't even walk through the door talking to Love Crossing Borders. So you definitely better hit Crypto King. But seriously, it's for the same advice, because one thing about Los and I, we converse and we are in the same group. And so a lot of the advice that you'll get from Los or Jason or Camilo is basically the same information. So if you hit Crypto King up, you'll save. It's like getting a coupon for dealing with me, because you like, as soon as you talk to Andre, you already know it's that $100 right out the gate for the hour worth of time. But I mean, you can split it $50 for 30 minutes. But at the end of the day, we want to just let you guys know in all sincerity. Somebody said 100 pesos. No. But I'm all American, baby. But North and South. But what we're trying to do, guys, we're really trying to let you guys be able to come down here and not have the results that our brother Timothy Reed had. That's why this whole 3 hour plus why we've been on here is because we want to have more Loses, more Jasons, more individuals that Camilo can meet and say, hey, I helped this person out when they came down. Because he helps out a lot of people. He really does. So at the end of the day, we are doing this live stream to let you guys know that, listen, it is real. It can be done. But don't make the mistakes of following everybody on YouTube, because not everybody on YouTube give a damn about what's going on with you. And they will have you in a pine box, and they will still focus on getting likes and subscriber counts.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I want to say thank you guys for being a part of Love Crossing Borders. We're going to be up out of here, guys. You have a great day. We'll see you guys actually Sunday, because me and Andre are going to be talking about a topic this Sunday on the live stream. So we look forward to see you guys then. But we're going to give a shout out to Crypto King, to my man Los, to Jason. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channels. If you don't, you're you're doing a big disservice for yourself. I thank you. I appreciate you guys, man. I got nothing but love for you, man, that came on this live stream with me. Also, my man Carlton in the building. You definitely got to subscribe to Carlton's Travels,
yes, sir,
because he's always everywhere in Colombia. So that's a good man right there. But we're out of here, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. My name is Andre.